Joyce. Call Figo Car and Joyce at 810-2121 or visit yourborderattorneys.com.
Ever open your utility bill and wonder, how is it this high? Blueest Star Home Services knows you can't control surging utility rates, but you can control your home's invisible leak. 8 out of 10 homes aren't properly insulated. Is yours one of them? Quietly costing you more than it should every month? As Western New York's home comfort and insulation experts, Blueest Star keeps homes cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Their comfort solutions can cut your energy bills up to 40%. Blueest Star Home Services. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can measure. Visit BlueStarHS.com.
At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, including your favorite team's next playoff run. With digital checking tools that are a total game changer, like spending alerts to let you know when you've gone overboard on team gear, security features to lock your debit card should it go missing while you're doing the wave, and of course, early pay, which lets you get paid up to 2 days early. That's what we call a power play in banking. To learn more, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
What's your outlet?
Score a hat trick of savings at Outlet Liquor. Buy any wine or champagne priced at $13.99 or less and build your own sale. Buy 3 to 5 bottles for $1 off each one. That's your hat trick. Want a power play? Grab 6 bottles or more and savings jump to $2 off per bottle. Fill a 12-bottle case and save $24. Mix and match hundreds of brands. Bottle bundle deals only at the place to buy a case. Outlet Liquor, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
What's your outlet?
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
WGR.
19 is the time. We welcome you back here on the Buffalo Sabres pregame show. I'm Brian Colzio along with Paul Hamilton. Thanks for Showing the Bulldog for getting us up to this point. We take a moment now to honor the brave men and women of our military and our first responders. We thank them for all they have sacrificed to keep us safe. We salute you. Our salute to service is proudly presented by ServPro Cleaning, Restoration, and Construction. Like it never even happened. Call 1-800-ServPro or visit servpro.com. All right, we're up here in the press box. The Sabres and the Bruins were just out on the ice for warm-ups. They're now in their respective dressing rooms. No surprise, Lyon and Swayman led the teams out for warm-up. The expected goaltending matchup is going to be the same. And the Sabre lineup, as we bring Paul Hamilton in. Paul, no surprises there either.
No, Josh Norris, Lindy Ruff said he's available. But I think he's going to have to wait his turn. You go into Boston and you win 9-2. You give up 2 goals in 2 games. You're not changing anything. So just like Zucker had to wait his turn in the 10-game winning streak, Ostland had to wait his turn in the beginning of the playoffs. I think now Norris probably is going to have to wait his turn.
And what could also possibly, Paul, help is that the Sabres are in a clinching scenario tonight. If they can win, yes, your point is 100% valid, but if they can win, that also essentially gives Ostland a whole nother week to... If he's 98%, Norris 90%, whatever, he can get himself even better because he'll have another week of not playing.
Yeah, and he did talk to us. There was no real point in playing it because he was playing it quite like he will. Nothing I didn't expect, but I have to ask him. All he would say is he felt good on the ice today, but he said, I'm not going to talk about when it happened, where it happened, what it is, or anything like that. And it's kind of funny because afterwards he goes, you didn't really think I was going to tell you, did you? And I go, well, I had to ask, right? He goes, oh, yeah, I knew I told him I knew exactly what you're going to say, but I had to ask.
That's right. All right, so that's the injury report. It's brought to you by Hamburg Overhead Door. Is your garage door injured? Call the experts at Hamburg Overhead Door to get your door healthy again. But the other side, Paul, for the Bruins, before we close the injury report, they're going to be without one of their better offensive players.
Yeah, Arvidsson's not even here. He didn't even come with the Bruins, so he's going to be out. And They didn't like Harris in the one game he played, so he's not going to play. And Henry Jokiharju will be joining the Bruin lineup for the first time in the series.
All right, so not only do we have Zadorov, former Sabre, Middlestat, former Sabre, but now we get Jokiharju, a trio of former Sabres.
And I'm sure he'll be very motivated to play.
That's right. Paul, before we talk keys, Zadorov, of course, we know, broke his stick over Dahlin's arm at the end of the game. I know when I asked you on post-game show what was going to happen, I know you laughed. And your laugh turned out to be a correct statement in the sense that there was no suspension coming. The fine that came was the maximum that the collective bargaining agreement allows. Lindy said after the post game, hey, if it's a regular season game, he might be suspended. Is he right? If it was regular season?
It shouldn't matter. It was an absolute intent to injure. He was trying to hurt Dahlin, and he broke his stick over him. Now, he didn't hurt him. But that shouldn't matter.
Right.
The intent was there, and that's the problem. And it's just, you've got George Peros, who probably has done that 100 times in his NHL career, and he basically looks at it, boys will be boys, instead of trying to get that garbage out of the game. But a lot of people said, well, they want Zadorov in the game. They would rather he play because he's had such a bad series and he takes such goofy penalties that they actually want him in the lineup.
If I take my stick, Paul, and wind up like a baseball bat at your head, but I accidentally whiff on it, does that mean it's okay?
No, it doesn't. I mean,
well, it's kind of like, well, I didn't injure him. I really didn't do anything. It's fine.
If he winds up and goes after somebody's head and whiffs, all right, maybe you fine him because he didn't connect. But
the intent is for me to blast your head off.
And there's no debating what the intent was here. The intent was to hurt the Sabres captain.
Absolutely. Okay, so Zadorov is in, and as Paul mentioned, Jokiharju, another former Sabre, in the lineup. He wears number 20, by the way, if you didn't know, on the Bruins. Okay, now let's talk about the matchup. Keys to the game for Game 5. It's brought to you by Raylax Honda. Raylax, we got this. How does Buffalo close this out tonight?
Well, quite simply, if the Sabres are on their game and get in on the Bruins like they did, the Bruins really don't have a chance. They can't match it. They can't match the Sabres when they're like that. And the Sabres did one little thing that I think mattered. They stopped dumping the puck where Swayman could get to it. And by doing that, Swayman couldn't get the puck up ice and help the defensemen out. The defensemen were on their own, and they had two Sabres on them almost every time, and they would panic and then just put the puck anywhere, and the Sabres were picking it off.
What do you make of Swayman's exit and his words to his teammates on his way to the bench?
Don't blame him. That's what a leader does. And there were a lot of words said afterwards, too, how embarrassed they were. And you just heard from Sturm, who said they weren't going to practice yesterday because we had to. And he goes, people were mad. And he goes, good. He goes, we had a good practice. So we'll see what that does for the Bruins.
All right, Paul's Keys, brought to you by Raylax Honda. Raylax, we got this. All right, let's go to the goaltending matchup and get the numbers between the pipes. Here we go.
Alex Lyon, his fourth appearance, 2-0, a .89 goals against, a .964 save percentage. Swayman, his fifth game, 1-3, 3.50, and a .900 save percentage. And Swayman in his career is 10-13.
For the numbers, for the save percentage numbers, Paul, that seems like that is out of whack, which I guess is kind of your point there. He's been, would you still say he's been Boston's best player?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame a lot of those goals on him. And by the way, not only is Jokiharju in the lineup, but Esamont and Steves are also getting their first games on the forward lines for the Boston Bruins, and they are actually on the same line.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate all your work. We'll hear from you after 1.
Okay.
Paul will have a live locker room interview. Sabres and Bruins, Game 5 on the way next. We'll step aside, get you closer to puck drop and the anthems from KeyBank Center right after this timeout. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Western New York golfers, listen up. Get ready for an epic season on the greens without draining your wallet. WGR has scored you a hole-in-one deal with the brand new 2026 WGR VIP golf cart. For just one incredibly low price of $129, you unlock a season of premier golfing adventures. Play around at the picturesque Shorewood Country Club, conquer the greens at Shamrock Hills, and tackle the legendary 10th hole at Attica. Keep the fun going with unique experiences like the thrill of night golf at Bobolink, Buffalo's only nighttime golf facility. And keep your swing razor sharp indoors at the Golf Dojo. Then get ready for a challenge you won't forget at Destroyer Golf. New for 2026, every round ends better than it began. Enjoy a bite and drink after your game with their 19th hole sponsor, 1812 Tavern. Plus, you can stock up on all your gear with exclusive deals at Riggs Zurich Golf, Transit at Genesee in Lancaster. That's 8 incredible golf and entertainment experiences for only $129. But hurry, this is a limited offer. Get all the details and purchase your WGR VIP golf card today at GetMyPerks.com. That's GetMyPerks.com.
I'm here in studio with Dr. Reeb to talk about back and disc problems. Are you suffering with annoying back or leg pain? Tried other therapies but are still in pain?
Do you have a herniated or bulging disc that's affecting your sleep and quality of life?
Call 1-888-59-SPINE. That's 1-888-59-SPINE. Call Dr. Reeb.
My spinal decompression procedure is safe and has a high success rate at healing disc problems.
Call Dr. Reeb. He's got your back.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com.
For 45 years, Dish has been connecting America with the best in family TV entertainment and advanced technology at an unbeatable value. And that commitment continues with our new 45th anniversary special offer. Get the lowest price in satellite TV starting as low as $89.99 a month. In a world of rising costs and hidden fees, Dish stays transparent, reliable, and honest, just like our founders intended. Learn more by calling 888-ADD-DISH or visit dish.com. Terms and conditions apply.
At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, including your favorite team's next playoff run. With digital checking tools that are a total game changer, like spending alerts to let you know when you've gone overboard on team gear, security features to lock your debit card should it go missing while you're doing the wave, and of course, early pay, which lets you get paid up to 2 days early. That's what we call a power play in banking. To learn more, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code WAGON for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WAGON for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's WAGON.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
WGR. This is Buffalo Sabres playoff hockey.
Tate scores! Tage TNT Thompson! Greatness from Tage Thompson to tie the game at 2. Shot scores! Matthias Samuelsson! Empty net! Alex Tuck scores! That was magic!
Every goal, every save, every play, every hit. Hear it happen here. The radio home of your Atlantic Division champion, Buffalo Sabres. It's game time and time to play some hockey on the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome in on a Tuesday night to downtown Buffalo and KeyBank Center. It's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal series between the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins, with Buffalo in front 3-1. We'll get you off to Dan Dunleavy and Rob Ray with the play-by-play coming up in just a matter of moments right here on the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network. Welcome to the Press Box, everyone. I'm Brian Koziel. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We want to welcome all of our local affiliate stations joining us here on the broadcast just after 7:30 Eastern. The Sabres coming in feeling good, returning home after winning both games in Boston, Game 3 and 4, outscoring the Bruins by a total of 9-2, and in Game 4, a convincing 6-1 victory. Buffalo got 4 goals in the first 14 and a half minutes. Peyton Krebs, Josh Jones, Zach Benson, and Bo Byram gave Buffalo a 4-0 lead early on. After a scoreless second period, the Sabres put icing on the cake with 2 more early third period goals from Beck Malenstein and Alex Tuck. 6 different Buffalo goal scorers, and the Sabres went on to win it by a score of 6-1. Alex Lyon's shutout bid came 40 seconds short as Sean Corrali scored at the 19:20 mark. That was really the only negative in the entire game for Buffalo. In the game, though, an injury to Victor Arvidsson, one of Boston's better offensive players. He is out of the lineup tonight. The Bruins making a couple changes, including former Sabre Henry Jokiharju going in on defense. For the Sabres, the lineup is identical to the previous game. Lyon again in net for Buffalo. The forwards and the defense looking exactly the same. All right, when we come back, we'll get you to the national anthems and then hand things off to Dan and Rob with the play-by-play. It's Game 5. Sabres can close it out tonight with the 3-1 series lead. It's coming up next right here. I'm Brian Koziel. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake or go to glbs-inc.com.
For 45 years, Dish has been connecting America with the best in family TV entertainment and advanced technology at an unbeatable value. And that commitment continues with our new 45th anniversary special offer. Get the lowest price in satellite TV starting as low as $89.99 a month. In a world of rising costs and hidden fees, Dish stays transparent, reliable, and honest, just like our founders intended. Learn more by calling 888-ADD-DISH or visit dish.com. Terms and conditions apply.
At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, including your favorite team's next playoff run. With digital checking tools that are a total game changer, like spending alerts to let you know when you've gone overboard on team gear, security features to lock your debit card should it go missing while you're doing the wave, and of course, early pay, which lets you get paid up to 2 days early. That's what we call a power play in banking. To learn more, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code WAGON for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WAGON for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's WAGON.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
This broadcast is presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only.
Back to KeyBank Center. It's a raucous scene right now. Sellout crowd all standing, waving towels as the Sabres are being introduced onto the ice right now. Buffalo in their all blue sweaters, gold numbers, gold trim. The Bruins in their whites with the black numbers and yellow trim. Alex Lyon being introduced. He's been excellent since coming in after relief of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in Game 3. Sabres again with a chance to close it out. Time for the anthems. That'll wrap up our pregame. I'll be with you throughout. Paul Hamilton as well. For now, Brian Koziel going to send things to the public address announcer for the anthems, followed by Dan Dunleavy and Rob Ray. Let's pick it up here with Jay Moran.
We now ask that you please rise, if you are able, and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Buffalo Professional Firefighters Local 282 Honor Guard. And now the Singing of O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Cammie Clooney.
Oh, Canada, our home and native, patriot love, with glowing peace, touch what's strong and from far and wide, oh
Brian Kozel here. We're having some technical difficulties getting to Dan and Rob. We'll get that in just one moment. Just about set for Game 5 here, Sabres and Bruins. But we'll give you the play-by-play if we need to. Okay, we do have Dan and Rob. Let's go down to the press box with Dan on the call.
Fired up now, and let's tip our cap to everyone who sang the anthems here tonight. That was unbelievable. We are underway. The Bruins are going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink and more at you. What's your end?
Big push here out of the Bruins. Yes, even though on the road they're coming, it's playing for their lives here in this one, Dan, and they're going to be coming, and they're going to give everything they can here. So you want to get on them earlier, try to slow them down, change their mind a little bit.
Lions really have been shaken up there by that man, Marco Sturm, trying to find anything to work to get some offense going. Zaka with Pasternak and Husnudinov, who slides up from the second line. Middlestat, Minton, and Geeky, followed by Acimont, Lindholm, and Alex Steve. Acimont and Steve's drawing in to their first game in the series. Here's Quinn. He'll fire it in. Far side take by Zaka on the board. Sabres with 3 deep on the pressure. And the Bruins are able to navigate their way to center, and they'll fire it in. And changing up the back end now is Zaka behind the net for Pasternak. Pasternak, he'll be aggressive tonight. There's his first shot. Lyon able to take care of that one. Buffalo will make a change, and the Bruins move it into the zone quickly. Led by McAvoy. Played to the far wall. That's tipped right on, and Alex Lyon had to be careful of that one. Minton out of the corner, watched by Samuelson, who's been out there for over a minute already with Rasmus Dahlin. Thompson throwing up some shade there, trying to win the possession back, but Geeky throws it out far side. Minton in front. Dahlin is there, and the Buffalo captain away from a double team lifts that one high to center. Hit there by Alex Tuck, but the Bruins able to get it in the zone anyway. Backhand stop by Lyon, and everything clean in front of the net there as play is broken up. On to tonight's Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center keys to the game.
Now, the first thing here tonight, you have to pressure Boston's D and make it miserable on them all night long. Second thing, eliminate all time and space. You got to hunt pucks. Do not give the offensive side of this Bruins team any life. Third thing, get on Boston earlier and do not take your foot off the pedal. You got to keep the pressure on them all night long.
Acimont, Lindholm, and Steves. A different look for the Sabres' fourth line for the first time here tonight. Kozak, good to see him in. You wondered if he would be good to go after taking a pretty good hit in the last game. Malenstein and Greenway keeping their spots on that line as Malenstein gets over the red line and fires it in behind the Boston net. Lindholm for the Bruins to the line. It's chipped out. They've got some numbers here. Acimont is offside as he found himself some room, albeit ahead of the play on the left wing.
Walls here up a little bit. You know, Boston, they're going to work up the walls here, and they like making that long pass here. You're going to see guys kind of stretching it out here a little bit into the neutral zone, so you got to be aware of that. Those D got to make sure they keep themselves between them and where the puck is.
Sturm looks on to see what his new line combinations do early in this game. Sabres get Benson, Doan, and Ostlund onto the ice. Everyone getting a shift as soon as they can in this one. Get the legs feeling somewhat normal with all the energy and what's at stake here. Backhand feed up. Ostlund will turn. Confident with the puck as he plays it to center. Bowen Byram able to tap it ahead to Benson. In over the Boston line. Benson for Ostlund's shot. Swayman left a rebound for a heartbeat. And then after the whistle, you can expect this from Kastelik all night.
He's going to the box. He's going to get a roughing penalty here.
Referee said in the early stages of this series, they will take one out of incidents like this. The Sabres were on the wrong end of it with Peyton Krebs last game. This time it's the Bruins.
Yeah, nice job by Benson here. He's just going to take a hit here behind the net. Watch this. It comes up right into his face, and he just holds back, and that's what you got to do here. So the Sabres going to the power play here for the first time in this game.
No hesitation there, Rob, from the referee to make that call.
No, you got it, Danny. They're going to come in here and they're going to make a stand. You got to take one guy, and that sends a message. That'll send a message through both teams here, knowing that the first guy, whatever he does, is going to be the one that's going to get nailed here. So, good job by Benson, sucking it up. Now the Sabres power play's got to get to work.
That was Kelly Sutherland who made the call. Corey Severette also refereeing tonight. The Buffalo Sabres power play presented by Comfort Windows and Doors. Comfort, the name you know, the people you trust for your home remodeling needs. Off the draw, puck up for grabs in the corner. Stepping up is Dahlin. It'll get cleared, but backed up by Tage Thompson. Early power play in the hockey game.
Line gained clean, right side, Alex Tuck. Back to the line for Darlene. Thompson pressured up high. Tuck. If they're going to pressure you high, you've got numbers down low. Ostlund shot, rebound, and Swayman's not sure where it is, but he's got it.
Yeah, I like this here. Ostlund doing a nice job here handling the puck and distributing the puck, but when you got Tage and Darlene on the backside, both threats to take the shot, and then you got Tuck and Zucker who's going to the net. You know, Zucker's going to be there all the time. And it just gives you more options here. You got options on the side. You got a man carrying the puck plus the two guys on the backside. That can be dangerous.
Ostlund finishing his rookie season with 6 power play points, 2 goals, 4 helpers. But yes, he has looked very confident with the puck.
Yeah, he skates so well too, Dan. You watch him when he's got the puck, his head up is the whole time, and he just surveys what he's got coming in front of him. So nice job realizing where to go with the puck, but he's so quick as well.
Watched by Corrali, and the Sabres will get back to the Boston zone with a minute to go in the power play. Ostlund down to the corner. Nice feed. One more touch. Alex Tuck takes a shot. Puck is free, and the Bruins will clear it.
Now, if you got nothing, just keep shooting the puck here. There's a lot of pressure being put on you here by the penalty killers of Boston, and if there's nothing there, shoot the puck, create that chaos.
Thompson's in front. Puck doesn't get there. It scores! Rasmus Dahlin! The captain starts it.
Now that's huge for the Buffalo Sabres. That's their first goal on the power play here so far in the playoffs. And this is what you just got to stay with it. Eventually it's going to break, and this power play, once they get going, they can be effective. But here, just keeping it simple. 2 guys going through, and you just watch how the penalty killers just kept following Zucker and Thompson through. And they just left the front of the net wide open, and that pass able to come across to Dahlin. No way Swayman's getting across on that one.
That is how you make sure that nothing happens after the whistle. And the Sabres take advantage of the early penalty call against Kastelik and the Bruins.
Yeah, delayed offside here. Faceoff's coming back outside the blue line in front of the Bruins bench. It's so loud in here, they couldn't even hear the whistle to stop. That's his first career playoff goal.
I think we've done 2 pregame bench interviews, and both of them have scored goals so far. Rasmus Dahlin getting the latest positive energy from stopping to talk with our crew before the game.
So you're taking credit for it?
I said our crew.
Yeah.
Did you hear the word me come out of my mouth?
Yeah, well, you did the interview.
You heard what you wanted to hear, and that's fine, Razor. We'll get you some headsets at work down there as the Sabres are on the attack again at center with a dump into the Boston zone. Pete clears it up the wall, and Husnudinov will get to the red line. It's a backhand into the Buffalo zone. Alex Lyon is there. Right up the boards. Greenway with a rink-wide pass. Power jumps into the play. Ballenstein sneaks under a check, plays it behind the net. Peeking behind the goal. Sabres are hunting pucks deep in the Boston zone. Pasternak ahead now to Husnudinov. Takes a look. He's on his own on that far side. Working on power. Off the bench. Drops it back. And that shot will come out to the near point. Aspero trying to make something of that one, but it's punched outside the zone. That'll be a
hand pass.
Yeah.
Good shot.
No, you just had a good reason there. You down in the Bruins end, you put pressure on their D, they have a hard time. They're just a lot of the time just looking for that long lead pass. They're not doing anything else with it. They're not skating the puck up. So, as I said, those D up here in the neutral zone, got to be aware of that. Make sure you got those guys marked and keep them in front of you. Because when you get under that much pressure the Sabres are putting on them right now, that's pretty much all you can do.
Aspero pressured by Quinn. Casey Mittelstadt in the Boston zone will start it off with a pass, and the Bruins to center with a shooting. And that deflects up and out. Dahlin from Zucker and Thompson. The scoring line on the first goal of this game. Buffalo Sabres playoff hockey is proudly sponsored in part by Highmark, Tops Markets, and Neutral.
you can hear the fans in the building making sure that Jeremy Swayman, his name is saying here an awful lot just to kind of keep him off guard. So fans are into it early.
Sabres fans were doing that to him in Boston last game. Many Sabres players commented on how well the Buffalo Sabres fan base, the Saberhood, if you will, traveled into Boston for Game 4. Here's Mittelstadt, center of the ice in the Buffalo zone. Minton against Samuelson. And Matthias comes away with it, plays it to open ice. Got to win a race here. Lindholm all in, and he keeps it in. Goes to the front of the net, and that one just off the end of the stick of Minton for Lindholm behind the net. Bruins defense activating down low here as Lindholm will come up with it again. Hampus Lindholm fires it around. Geeky from the point, just trying to get it on net. And the Sabres get it to the line, but not out. Boston making some changes here. Alex Tuck can't get it out. Bruins put it into the corner for Minton. He's pinned against the boards. Dahlin puts it right back to the corner. Peyton Krebs can't move it out. Minton again. It's been out there for a while. Minute and a half. He'll go to the bench now as the Sabres with a chance to get possession here. Unable to clear was Thompson first time. Then Acemont steps up to keep it in. Now from the slot, it's a flip, and it's out by Thompson.
Yeah, some tired guys there. Good opportunity to get the line change.
Bruins come back with speed. This is Alex Steeves on the wing. Sends it to the front of the net, trying to catch up to it. But the Sabres 21. Connor Timmins away from a double team down low. Plays it up the wall. Stanley the rest of the way to center. Bruins with Steeves come right back again. Up the middle with a shot. That's off a stick and wide. That goes off of Steve's leg. And down below the goal line. Got a penalty coming up. Referee out at center ice with the call here.
Going to be a tripping call. I think Noah Oslin's going to be the guy charged with that one.
It's the Sabres that strike first, finally cracking the ice with a power play goal at 3:35 of the first. Rasmus Dahlin, his first of the playoffs.
Buffalo, the time has come for playoff hockey, and Lenco has the products and discounts that feel like an absolute power play. Break away to any one of our 3 Western New York locations and get low prices on Velux skylights, now with standard solar-powered shades. With pre-installed solar power, they work even when you're short-handed. Shop for Velux skylights and more when you visit in-store or online at lenco.supplies.
One team, one goal, to beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs in over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Yeah, Noah Oslin, he's going to come out here and he's just going to get his, coming out to address the puck, and then his stick gets caught behind him there, and it's hitting 21, and Kastelic's coming through between the two of them, and the stick takes the feet out from underneath him. Totally not intentional in any way, but you got a big kill here.
First period replays presented by your local Hyundai dealers. It's your journey on every mile of brand new Hyundai.
Yeah, Boston 2 goals on 13 attempts so far in this series.
So Sabres with their first kill. Open ice, look out. Pasternak takes the shot. Tried to change it up a little bit, and the Sabres, Alex Lyon, came out and got some help in front of him. Penalty kill presented by Gabe's Collision. Your car's best defense.
He'll give it away, too. He'll give it and take it.
Bruins gain the line. They'll drop it. McAvoy. Lindholm, McAvoy, Geekie, Pasternak, and Zacha out against Timmins, McLeod, Tuck, and Samuelson to start the kill for Buffalo. They already rotate the kill unit as the Bruins will quickly come back to center. A drop back with 3 Boston players behind the red line. Zacha with a second pass to the wall for Geekie, back to the point. Pasternak has to glove it down. Greenway got his skate on it and then clears it down the ice, and Pasternak was knocked down as Greenway got over there.
Mallenstein on this side put the pressure on him, then a puck goes across. Greenway steps up, and they're being highly aggressive here on the top 2 guys.
Zacha carries. Good stick that time by Power. Now it's Mallenstein, the second layer, to the line but not out. Boston for Pasternak, looking for a stick of Geekie over that far post. A little far out from the net, and it went wide. Now the battle is on the boards. Greenway hammers that puck down the ice like he hated it. 33 to go on the kill. Hampus Lindholm again. Options to drop inside the Boston Bruin line. Minton for Husnudinov, who bumps it to the right wing. Room for Lindholm. Far circle. Shot lane might have been taken away by Samuelson, and then eventually Lyon's able to handle it. Lindholm's up top in open space. He'll take the pass. Far circle, one-timer. Lyon with a save of the rebound. McLeod can't clear. Bruins 2-on-1 high. Middlestat. Far circle. That one doesn't work for Husnudinov. Up top again for a shot off the post. You need a little help, and the Sabres got it there. And it's a lift, but no clear as the puck stays on that far wall. Boston is changing. Sabres need to use the real estate. Timmins realizing that, carries up on the wing right side. Timmins with a drop for Tage. Thompson dangles. Backhand blocked. Thompson down in front of the net, and Swayman with a blocker save. Byram with the shot. Now Doan trying to bat it further towards Thompson. Bruins at the line. Can't clear it out. Down comes Dolan against Kastelik. Thompson races over. Nice pass. Doan with a little kind of choked up shot there on the stick, and it's just wide. And now the Sabres at center get the puck back. Special start for Buffalo. Here's Doan with a shot off the inboards. Chance is just wide. A power play goal from Dahlin and a first perfect penalty kill. It's 1-0 with 9:56 to go in the opening period of game number 5. Welcome back, Nikita Zadorov.
Yeah. Just add him to the list of guys that the fans disapprove of.
Up to center. He'll fire it in, and Lyon behind the net. Very calm as he stops the puck, then looks around. Zucker on the far wall, helped by McLeod. And it'll come to Stanley. He's got some real estate here. He'll take hand of it all the way up to center. Onto the wing for Quinn, right side. They're going to bump it back. And that will not get back to the point. So the Sabres will have to sashay themselves back into a defensive posture here. And they do a perfect job. And the Bruins turn it over. Here's a pass ahead, knocked down by Power. Far corner in the Boston zone. Husnudinov trying to handle Power, who skates away from him. Feeds it to the corner. Brought up by Zucker. Play to open ice. Husnudinov off the boards, and that will get out to center. Now to the Sabres line. That pass for Zacha, intercepted. Buffalo reading the game well so far. Bruins play it to the far side for Middlestat. Down to the corner, off to the left of Alex Lyon. 5 shots for the Sabres in this opening period. It's a 1-0 lead for Buffalo, and they're on the attack again. Byram hops his way around Hampus Lindholm. Yoki Harju, the former Sabres defenseman, getting his first game of the series out there wearing number 20 for Boston. Middlestat thought he had an interception there on that pass. Play in behind the Boston net. Buffalo does not have Noah Ostlund on the bench. Razor?
Yeah, he's gone to the dressing room. I'm not sure why, but
let's hope it's a short stay there.
It's a short trip back out.
Here's Dahlin. Look out. That pass didn't have a whole lot on it. And then Dahlin able to stand up. Tanner Jeannot just inside the Buffalo line. Be a very important forward to be without early in the game. Corrali dumps it into the corner. Kastelik, as Lyon plays it back towards Corrali. This will come outside the zone. Bruins will put it right back in. And their MO is to put it in deep and get on the Sabres defense and try and wear them out. Buffalo helping themselves out, getting it out of the zone quickly. Alex Tuch playing it down to the goal line.
Yeah, you see them coming at them hard here, but you just watch. They're getting numbers over in the corner. They're getting support, and they're coming up with those pucks, and they're able to exit the zone pretty clean here. Yeah, they're coming. They're getting pressure, but just not getting much from it.
There's Alex Tuch. He'll play it up on the far wing. Zone entry. Timmins knocked to the ice after the pass. He'll take that. Go back to the Buffalo bench. And the Bruins have some room here to center, but it's the fourth line that's been out there for a little bit, over a minute. Corrali gets to the bench. Short side jam play by Asimont is stopped, but Asimont stays all over Bowen Byram. Good support by Buffalo. They're going to need that with this Bruins pressure, and they got it. In behind the Boston net. Pasternak. Bump to the wall, but he's able to play the puck ahead. Sabres step up at center ice. And now Power looking to clear it out. It goes off his skate. Now Zucker on his own here on the right side. Fires it into the Boston zone with under 6 minutes to go in the first. Peyton Krebs away from pressure. Feeds that one ahead. That's tipped down to the corner by Doan. Sabres stay on it with Benson fighting for it. To the near corner. And now out of the zone. A race after it. Ustedinov against Samuelson. And Samuelson, again, the key word support. He got it down low there from Doan. He's going to flip that one out. No icing. Peyton Krebs, a dog and a bone, wins the race. Krebs still down on the ice. Peak on top of him. That's what the fans are reacting. Referee watching those two is Geekie brings it back into the Buffalo zone. Geekie far post. Driving the net, didn't get it towards the goal. And it'll be brought back up here by Byram in across the Boston line. Behind the net for Greenway. Left and brought out of the corner. Mallenstein, hard stop. In behind the net with it. Beck Mallenstein will play it back to the point. Byram with a shot. That hits traffic. And the Bruins with a chance now to lift it out. And that's all they can do. No possession. Sabres dump it right back in. 4.5 to go here in this first period. That's trucking along. Bruins shoot it in. Corrali racing after it. Kastelik in the corner here against Alex Tuch. Back to the line. Lindholm, traffic in front. That's blocked. Bruins get it back again. Stick knocked out of the hands, and the shot just goes wide.
I think Alex Lyon made that save on Jeannot there.
Stanley without a stick, looking for one to get some help in front of the net. Well, that deflects up and out of play, and the Sabres can't believe there wasn't a call there, but they can believe they weathered the storm and still lead it 1-0 on the strength of Rasmus Dahlin's power play goal here in the first period.
What sets us apart from other advisors is our white glove, proactive approach to customer service, frankly.
Michael Hebert, Chief Operating Officer, Level Financial Advisors.
People have entrusted us to manage their assets and financial outcomes, and that's something that we hold sacred here.
Level Financial Advisors experience can help you implement your financial plan for a successful retirement. Call or text now 727-5047. That's 727-5047.
Your home is a legacy to be proud of. And this spring, Stellar is putting the power play in your hands. Score $1,800 off your home exterior project or enjoy 18 months with no payments. At Stellar, we defend your home with quality materials and service built on a reputation you can count on. Don't let the season slip by. Call us today to schedule your free estimate.
320-7663. Stellar Roofing.
Buffalo Sabres hockey is being brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Early detection of cancer is our goal. Get in the game at roswellpark.org/WGR. By Firth Jewelers. For all the moments in your life, go forth to Firth. By Fiegel Car and Joyce, your border attorneys. By Great Lakes Building Systems. Our business is protecting your business. By Relax Honda. Relax, we got this. By Outlet Liquor. When you need to stock up, it's the place to buy a case. What's your outlet? And by AAA, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
WGR.
Outside, we see you and we hear you. It's a 1-0 Buffalo lead, and if you want to get ahead, you get in on this 50-50, presented by Northtown Automotive, featuring a guaranteed jackpot of $150. It's above that already. You don't want to miss this one. Sabres.com/50-50 before the start of the third. If you're in New York State, scan that barcode on your screen and get in.
Yeah, 178,982 at this point with 4 minutes left in the first period. So expect that one to double at least.
11 shots so far in this period, 6 to the Bruins. They had a bit of a flurry there that Alex Lyon was able to match with his efforts. Rasmus Dahlin called him a killer out there, and he's certainly calm under pressure. Here's Power. It's going to be an icing call, reaching it for Zucker.
Well, big thing is just continue to do what you do here. You're keeping him to the outside. Even he gave up a couple opportunities there on that last shift, but for the most part, when the Bruins are in the offensive zone, you're keeping it to the perimeter, and that's what you want to do because certain guys are going to be going to the front of the net here. Eventually, they're going to be looking just to get the puck to the blue paint. And you see Noah Asselin back on the bench after kind of just rolling his ankle a little bit over in the corner.
I was hoping he just had to go to the bathroom or something. Simple like that. Sabres now with a little two-man attack here on the left side against the Bruins. Third man in. Now Quinn gets on the right side of the puck, and the Bruins will skate 3 to center, but Buffalo's in good shape here. Pasternak, though, up the middle. Sneaks one through, and Alex Lyon kept the pad low. Lindholm, far circle, looking for Zacha. Now Byram. Sabres tip it out. Could be a 2-on-1. Yeah, that's not going to happen. The Bruins, Swayman will leave it for Zadorov. I'll let the crowd take it from here for a moment.
Yeah, you can pretty much guess who's got the puck.
Bruins down the left side with the entry. Peak. Far side for Acimont. Followed up by Alex Steeves. Acimont and Steeves, again, the two newcomers to the series. Sabres carry it back the other way. Doan for Benson down on the corner. Acimont will backhand that one out to center ice. Samuelson, quick bump ahead. Benson slides it through. That pass looking for Doan was a good idea, but the Bruins tie it up, and that deflects high, stays in play. Doan takes a big hit over there, but gets right back into play. Bruins can't lift it out. Samuelson steps up into it. He's going to leave that one for a shot. Swayman will make the save, and he's going to be forced to hold on to that. And the Sabres up 1-0. We'll have an offensive zone draw when we come back here.
Roll the window down. Do you hear that? It's the sound of spring. So bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda's family of hybrids and EVs are ready for wherever spring takes you. Check out the all-electric Honda Prologue, CR-V Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand.
For great deals, visit your local Upstate Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Cha-cha's Cha-cha, it's your manager. Don't you worry, Cha-cha's Cha-cha.
This is Dan Cha-cha. Accidents happen when you least expect them. But when they do, you need a team that fights for you. At Dan Cha-cha Injury Attorneys, we're dedicated to getting you the compensation you deserve. Whether it's a car accident, a workplace injury, or trip and fall, we've got your back. Don't worry, Chacha's gotcha. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation.
Don't you worry, Chacha gotcha.
Call 648-3030.
If you see a garage door ad offering a $29 service call, be careful. Hi, this is Jen Kuhn from Hamburg Overhead Door. We've been hearing from homeowners across Western New York who thought they were calling a local company only to end up with out-of-town dispatchers, inflated prices, and unnecessary repairs. Before you book, make sure you're working with a real local company you can trust. At Hamburg Overhead Door, we've been serving this community for decades with honest, upfront service. Call 649-3600 or visit hamburgdoor.com.
WGR.
I think the big thing there, Dan, is playing this game at a fast pace, and all those little things he was talking about, getting in the net, getting the pucks out, that's all little details in the game, and I think that's what he really stresses on all the time. If we pay close attention to the details and play fast, good things will happen. So they've done a pretty good job of that here in the first.
Sabres top line against the Bruins fourth line. Boston inside the Buffalo zone. Kastelik reaching for it. It'll come back. Aspro with a shot. That's off a stick and over the net. Jeannot out of the corner. And that'll come outside the line. If the Sabres could ever get possession here against this group, get them down the other end of the ice. But right now, the Bruins fourth line operating exactly where they want to be. Peyton Krebs to the middle of the ice. Thompson does well to get it out. And that will be it for that group. As Thompson goes to the bench, Tuck seeing that, heads there as well. And Hampus Lindholm's going to go up the middle. Boston much more aggressive here in gaining the Sabre zone. Here's a turnover. Bruins with Lindholm just inside the line. Takes the shot. That's blocked in front. Zacha diving for it. Bruins just played off the boards. And with a minute to go in the period, Quinn will play it ahead. McLeod couldn't get it any deeper. And it's Pasternak coming back. Working the far side. Pasternak with a shot. A little look off there. Now Zadorov walks in, takes the shot, and a save by Lyon is implanted to the corner. Pasternak bangs it out in front. Zacha reaching for it. In behind the net, Zacha. Pasternak knocked to the ice. No arms go up. It's played back to the point. Zadorov with time. No stick for Zucker. Doesn't want to take a penalty. Shot by Zadorov. Saved by Lyon. Sabres can't. Yes, they do. Clear. And a break for Zucker. He's got himself a stick. Zucker to the net. Oh, the big collision there as he tried to take the shot. 10 seconds to go in the first. Are you not entertained from period number 1 of Game 5 with Buffalo leading 1-0?
Yeah, I think they did come out here and do what they wanted to do. Obviously, getting that first marker is a big one, and on the power play, it's huge. But for the most part, they knew they was going to come out hard, and they do a nice job of just containing the Bruins. Here's Zucker taking this one to the net at the very end, knocking Swayman into the net a little bit there. No big deal. Play continued. Net does not come off, but...
All right, Dan and Rob, thank you very much. Brian Colesio with you here. 20 minutes in the books. Sabres in front 1-0. We go down to the media room, and let's get Paul Hamilton's thoughts here on the first 20 minutes.
Very good first period, I think, for the Sabres, Brian. I think they can be very pleased with that to get the first goal, get this crowd into the game, make it a power play goal, and just a great play on the power play. You see Rasmus Dahlin sneak in behind, and a great play by Zucker. So just a good play all around by the Buffalo Sabres, and the captain is going to be joining us in 1 second here. And Rasmus Dahlin, you have to be very pleased with the first period. You have the 1-0 lead. You've gotten the fans into the game and haven't given up much, and you have to be pleased with that period.
Yeah, we knew they were going to come hard.
now we know kind of what their plan is, and we just got to dig deep and come out even stronger next one.
I'm sure you're also pleased you got the power play goal. It looked like you saw the opening and went for it. Is that what happened there, and Zucker makes the great pass?
Yeah, it was a broken play. I just joined the rush, and that was an opening. Great play by Zucks.
Of course, you love getting your first playoff goal, but you love getting it to give your team the lead, right?
Yeah, at this time of the year, it doesn't really matter who scores. We just got to try to get the win here.
More of the same in the second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Rasmus. Rasmus Dahlin. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Paul Dahlin gets his first of the playoffs at 3:35 from Zucker and Thompson. Now that's the lone goal of the hockey game right now, 1-0. As we go back down to Paul. Paul, we know the other night the Doan goal came essentially on the power play. I know statistically, officially it wasn't, but it breaks the previous 0-for-39 streak. So for whatever it's worth now, the argument can be over that they have one officially. And, even just mentally that for whatever, I don't think this team is lacking confidence right now, but it could be another little boost to them the next time they go out there with the man advantage.
I think mentally what you talked about the last game, they knew they scored a 5-on-4 goal. They know it's not an official power play goal, but Arvidsson, I looked at him. He had just gotten his skate out of the penalty box, so he wasn't anywhere near the play. So they knew that they basically had scored a power play goal, which was not an official power play goal. So that gives you a boost of confidence right there. And don't forget, the number one unit was out before they scored that goal, and Thompson, they set him up for the one-timer. He was wide open, and his stick broke in half. So you get just a bad break when they had done a good job of getting it open and getting him set up. And so I thought both units played well there. Doan wound up getting the goal, but I really liked the play they made here. Thompson and Zucker coming in down the left side, and then you got Rasmus Dahlin recognizing coming down the right post, the backside post, that he's going to be wide open. Zucker puts a pass right on his stick, and it's in the net. You got your lead.
Down at the other end, Paul, Boston did have some good pressure. Lyon made a really nice save on Jeannot in the final minutes there. Just what did you think about Buffalo on the other side? Because the Bruins did outshoot them 9-5.
They did, but I don't think they had the better of the play. And here we go again. Who are the guys that are doing it for the Bruins? It's Jeannot. Now, Kastelik took that idiotic penalty, which allowed the Sabres to take the lead. If I'm Marco Sturm, Kastelik might as well take his stuff off because he'd be done for the night. I just couldn't tolerate the penalties they take. But it's Jeannot who's really been pretty much Boston's best player throughout the series. I don't think he's had a bad game. I don't think anybody else on the team can say that. It doesn't surprise me that he's the one that's in there.
One thing we need to monitor, Paul, Noah Ostlund hobbled to the bench, then down the tunnel. He came back to the bench. Then during the next media timeout, he skated, and then he went back. Now, there was about a minute or change left in the period, so I don't know if I want to read too much into that, but obviously we'll be looking at that here to start the second.
Yeah, if he went back in, that's not a good sign, I wouldn't think. Of course, we aren't doctors. We're not examining him, but, and that didn't look good when it happened. I actually was shocked to see he was back to at least try it. So that's a good sign. But, that did not look good when it happened. And I think at least the fans can know that he at least was good enough that he could come out and give it a shot, and maybe it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah, we'll obviously watch that when the second starts here. That's our injury report brought to you by Hamburg Overhead Door. Is your garage door injured? Call the experts at Hamburg Overhead Door to get your door healthy again. Last thing, Paul, we knew Boston obviously coming off of the embarrassing loss in Game 4. I figured if Boston was going to bring their best, it was going to be in that period, and the Sabres have gotten through it with a lead. So if they can maybe get to settle in more here, I think Buffalo's in a good spot here so far.
Yeah, and I'm looking up at the MSG. The scoring chances, even though the shots were 9-5, scoring chances were 4-4. Megan Chalka, who's doing her segment with Marty and Duffer, these are the types of things that she monitors. And so that at least shows that maybe even though the Bruins had more shots, the Sabres had 5 shots, but 4 scoring chances.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, Paul, thank you. Great stuff. We'll talk to you after 2.
Okay.
All right, Paul down in the media room there. And, of course, with Rasmus Dahlin, who has the Sabres goal on the power play at 3:35. Okay, timeout when we come back. First period stats, first period highlights, and we'll also see what's going on elsewhere in the NHL night here as we continue on the Stanley Cup playoffs from KeyBank Center. We'll take a timeout. More of the Intermission Report coming up live at the press box here on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
Hey, Rob Ray here. You know, covering the Sabres, I'm on the road a lot. Early mornings, late nights, and plenty of lake effect surprises. That's why I count on AAA. When my battery died in the cold, AAA Roadside Assistance got me going fast. And the value goes beyond emergencies. Members save on tickets, shopping, travel, and more. As a proud partner of the Buffalo Sabres, AAA delivers great perks all season long. Wherever you're headed across Western New York, count on AAA. Join or renew today at AAA.com.
Ever open your utility bill and wonder, how is it this high? Blueest Star Home Services knows you can't control surging utility rates, but you can control your home's invisible leak. 8 out of 10 homes aren't properly insulated. Is yours one of them? Quietly costing you more than it should every month? As Western New York's home comfort and insulation experts, Blueest Star keeps homes cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Their comfort solutions can cut your energy bills up to 40%. Blueest Star Home Services. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can measure. Visit BlueStarHS.com.
Get BuffaloLaw.com. Get BuffaloLaw.com. They don't play, they make them pay. Injured, get help today. Get Buffalo Law. They know the way. Get BuffaloLaw.com.
Canada Wolf, Castro and Hall, 959 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York. Attorney advertising. Injured? Get BuffaloLaw.com. 716-848-8000.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. And you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is the time for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Radio home of your Atlantic Division champion Buffalo Sabres. We are through 20 minutes of hockey from our flagship station in Buffalo. Here's your host, Brian Koziol.
Thompson's in front. Puck doesn't get there. Scores! Rasmus Dahlin! The captain starts it.
Dahlin gets his first of the playoffs. Zucker sets him up. Thompson, the other assist at 3:35 on the power play, breaking the drought for Buffalo there. They take a 1-0 lead, and that's our score as we welcome you back to KeyBank Center. I'm Brian Koziel. 1-0 Sabres in front of Boston here through 20 minutes of play. The Buffalo power play goal ends the power play drought. The Sabres were 0 for their last 39. Obviously, they haven't scored in this series up to this point, and then even if you go back to the regular season, they were 0 for April, but they get one there to take the 1-0 lead. Time for our first period stats, brought to you by Level Financial Advisors, helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. Shots in favor of the Bruins, 9-5 in that period. Both teams had one try on the power play. The Sabres 1 for 1, the Bruins 0 of 1. Swayman in net, 4 saves. Lyon had 9, a perfect 9 for 9 in that period. The only Sabre with more than one shot was Noah Ostlund. He had 2. We, of course, mentioned Ostlund hobbled to the room, came back out to do a quick skate during the commercial break, then went back to the room. So we'll be monitoring that here throughout the intermission and into the second period. Rasmus Dahlin led the Sabres on ice time. He played 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And the physicality edge to the Sabres, they out-hit the Bruins 15-12. Peyton Krebs leading the way with 3. But that power play goal, can it give Buffalo maybe some confidence going forward? Could be a potential game-changing moment for the Sabres. We'll give you the game changer during the post-game show. It'll be presented by Buffalo Law. When one moment changes everything, choose the right team. Visit buffalolaw.com. Timeout. We'll check the rest of the NHL night. Our score, 1-0 Sabres over the Bruins here after 20 minutes. We'll take another timeout from KeyBank Center. This is Buffalo Sabres Radio.
What's your outlet?
Score a hat trick of savings at Outlet Liquor. Buy any wine or champagne priced at $13.99 or less and build your own sale. Buy 3 to 5 bottles for $1 off each one. That's your hat trick. Want a power play? Grab 6 bottles or more and savings jump to $2 off per bottle. Fill a 12-bottle case and save $24. Mix and match hundreds of brands. Bottle bundle deals only at the place to buy a case. Outlet Liquor, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
What's your outlet?
Your home is a legacy to be proud of. And this spring, Stellar is putting the power play in your hands. Score $1,800 off your home exterior project or enjoy 18 months with no payments. At Stellar, we defend your home with quality materials and service built on a reputation you can count on. Don't let the season slip by. Call us today to schedule your free estimate.
320-7663. Stellar Roofing.
Western New York golfers, listen up. Get ready for an epic season on the greens without draining your wallet. WGR has scored you a hole-in-one deal with the brand new 2026 WGR VIP golf cart. For just one incredibly low price of $129, you unlock a season of premier golfing adventures. Play around at the picturesque Shorewood Country Club, conquer the greens at Shamrock Hills, and tackle the legendary 10th hole at Attica. Keep the fun going with unique experiences like the thrill of night golf at Bobolink, Buffalo's only nighttime golf facility. And keep your swing razor sharp indoors at the Golf Dojo. Then get ready for a challenge you won't forget at Destroyer Golf. New for 2026, every round ends better than it began. Enjoy a bite and drink after your game with their 19th hole sponsor, 1812 Tavern. Plus, you can stock up on all your gear with exclusive deals at Rig Zurek Golf, Transit at Genesee in Lancaster. That's 8 incredible golf and entertainment experiences for only $129. But hurry, this is a limited offer. Get all the details and purchase your WGR VIP golf card today at GetMyPerks.com. That's GetMyPerks.com.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHAP.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
WGR.
Back to the press box here at KeyBank Center. We're almost ready for period 2. Sabres on the up on the Bruins 1-0. Let's get our drive around the league now. It's brought to you by AAA, the official partner of the Buffalo Sabres. Over to Jonathan Koziel with the rest of the NHL night.
Thank you, Brian. No other games in the East tonight, but we do have 2 out West. First one is about midway through the first in Dallas between the Stars and Wild. Game 5, series tied at 2. The game tonight is tied 1-1 midway through the first. 10 o'clock puck drop in Edmonton between the Oilers and Ducks. Anaheim looking to close that one out. They lead the series 3-1 over the Oilers. NBA basketball tonight at halftime in Boston. The Celtics up 62-50 over the 76ers. And about 5 minutes left at MSG between the Knicks and Hawks. New York up 17-14 on Atlanta. That series tied 2-2. And at 9:30 tip-off tonight between the Spurs and Trailblazers in San Antonio. The Spurs lead that series 3-1. Baseball tonight up in Toronto. The Blue Jays facing the Red Sox. Bottom of the 5th. Blue Jays have a 3-0 lead on Boston. And after one in Texas between the Rangers and Yankees, Yanks up 1-0 there. Bisons on the road today in Scranton-Wilkes-Barre. Top of the 6th. Bison's trailing 8-5 in that one. Brian, back to you.
All right, bad news. We just got an update for the Sabres. Noah Ostlund will not return to the game. Lower body injury. He is out for the rest of the game. So the Sabres will be one forward short going forward here for at least the next 2 periods of play. Not good news there. Again, Noah Ostlund will not return to the game due to a lower body injury. Period 2 coming up. Sabres in front of the Bruins, 1-0 here as they lead this best of 7, 3-1. I'm Brian Koziel. Dan and Rob on the other side with period 2. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Hockey lives here.
With a shot turned out and poked wide by Aho. He swings a wraparound.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Falls. One team, one goal. To beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty.
Wait, what?
Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel? You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Growing a brand is hard, but reaching the right customers shouldn't be. Meet Outcomes from Viant. We've built an intelligent platform that handles the complexity of digital advertising for you. Powered by advanced AI, we help your brand show up in the right places at the right time and ensure that every dollar you spend leads to a real business result. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
2007, Buffalo won 3 consecutive playoff games against Boston from May 9th to 14th of 99. One more win. And they all agree it will be the hardest one to get, but they got off to a good start. As Coach mentioned, the things to work on. And without Noah Ostlund, with a first shot by Buffalo in this period, taken by Zucker out of the corner as Buffalo skates from right to left.
Yeah, pick right up where you left off here. Get back to that pressure game. Get to your game here and start getting pucks to the net. You know, only 6 shots there so far in this game. I think you got to get there, do what you did in Boston. You got plenty of traffic there. You made a lot of chaos in front of Swayman. He had a hard time at times figuring that out. So just get that shot mentality again here that you had on the road.
Zucker, Quinn, and McLeod, Dahlin, and Samuelson out against Zadorov, Pasternak, Peak, Husnadinov, and Zacha. Husnadinov on the far wall, pressured by Samuelson, who comes down, trying to keep it in. It'll come outside the line. And now the goal scorer in this game, Rasmus Dahlin, sends it across, and it's whipped right back into the Boston zone. Quinn trying to get there first. That's lifted up and out of play. Yeah. Linesman says it took a deflection.
Yeah, he said it touched something. It's going to go back into the Boston zone there to Swayman's right. And as Duffer said, mentioned in between periods, no Ostlund, lower body will not return in this game. So that's a big loss for Lindy Ruff right now. And you'll see a lot of juggling here a little bit, just trying to get guys and filling holes. And see the shot right there from in tight. They're saying it clipped the glass there. It was going out, so.
May have been a piece of dust, actually.
Yeah.
McAvoy off the draw for Boston. Here's a step up by Power. Nice with the boot to keep possession, but his play back to the line is intercepted. And the Bruins will get to center. That's as far as they go before that deflects up and out of play. 47 seconds in. Whether you're grabbing a quick dinner before puck drop, building the ultimate watch party spread, or treating your saber-tooth-sized sweet tooth, one thing is for sure, great game nights start at Tops with the best deals in town.
Yeah, I ate all that when we were in Boston. I put on 6 pounds on that last road trip, so there's what I'm feeling like right now.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is looking like a good time if you're a Sabres fan. He's exactly where he wants to be.
High blood pressure.
I think a lot of people will have that until this game is over either way. As Byram backs up inside the Buffalo zone. Sabres with the lead. Did so well at just possessing the puck in the last game in Boston. Zone entry there to the line, but they don't get it deep. Good second effort does. Here's Alex Tuck with a shot. That's whipped just wide. Back to Byram's shot is blocked. And now they're trying to sneak in behind here a little bit, these Bruins, with Lindholm up ice. He'll go to the bench as Middlestad's taken to the boards.
Yeah, nice job by all 5 guys getting back in the zone here. As soon as the turnover happens, you see everybody just bearing their head, getting back into the defensive zone to help out. There's no stragglers coming up the ice.
Sabres just outnumbered Boston on the wall there. They won the battle to get it out. Henry Jokiharju for the Bruins. His pass chipped off the stick there of Lindholm, and it's Benson. Knocked to the ice. No arms go up. Benson gets back up. It'll be kept in here by Dahlin. Pass into space for Doan. Bank off the boards. Hampus Lindholm intercepts. He'll chip it out. Dahlin inside the Buffalo line. Patient as he gets to center before he'll lift it into the Boston zone. Far side race after it is Kozak. Shovels it back around towards Dahlin. And the backup of the line can't keep it in. That's going to get past Geekie. Samuelson will leave it in the corner. He needs some help here from Doan. To Dahlin. He takes a hit, but he touches that one for Doan, and he'll skate to center before lifting it into the Boston zone, and Buffalo changes. Bruins turn it over. Stanley trying to win it back again. And it's flipped out to center ice where it's taken by Zadorov. $5,000 fine for Zadorov for the off days there for the chop on Dahlin towards the end of the game in Boston. Sabres with Malenstein on the left wall. Turns it low down to the corner. McLeod with Greenway as well, and then it'll be played off the boards and out by Andrew Peak, and it's a bit of an angle shot here that's going to go for icing.
Earlier here in this exchange, Zach Bench's going to get hit by Lindholm here over along the wall, and you see him just kind of grab onto him with that left arm and then just push him to the ground. Kelly Sutherland had his arm partway up, brought it back down, decided after the fact no penalty call. And you see right here. Up, down, swatting flies.
Yeah, I told you, it's that dust in the air. It's affecting everybody. Sabres with possession up high. Power shot. Far wall for Byram. Nice race to the puck by Thompson. Tage comes out with it. Cross ice. Power. Holds. Fires. Swayman unsure, but he's got it. And he'll hold on to it. They've had Swayman looking behind him for the last 2 games here.
Yeah, he did. He had own power taking that lane, and he had it open up. He had time. And you got guys going to the front of the net here. Boston just kind of pushing them off to the left side of the net there as Swayman is able to see this shot coming in. It's directly kind of takes him right up in the belly area. Boston doing a good job just boxing out there, not allowing the Sabres forwards to get to the front of the net to create that havoc or take that vision of sight away.
3-game assist streak to start his NHL playoff career for Owen Power. Looking to make a little franchise history if he can get one here as Quinn dances into the front of the net. He just couldn't quite bury that one. Got in tight. Thompson and Zucker with the assist on the Dahlin goal to open the scoring in this game. Still the only one on the board. Sabres with it at center. Here is Hot Wheels McLeod darting into the middle of the ice before he lost it. Followed up by Quinn. And it's off the side of the goal. McAvoy for Husnudinov, who will clear it out to center. Sabres on the front foot here in the second. They dump it right back in. McAvoy pressured. Unable to move it up the wall. Over comes Kozak, helping out with Zucker. Back for Bowen Byram. He'll keep it on this near side. Doan looking for the stick of Zucker. He'll tip it to the corner and then free it up to the front of the Boston net. The Bruins are just going to lift this one out, and it's a chip and chase that Buffalo will take care of. Quick turn up here by Power to the line. He drops for Benson. Fires, and that is blocked. Kept in. Power knocks it down. Holds it to the slot, looking for Doan, just out of his reach. Boston will get it outside the line. Waiting is Lindholm at center. AC Mont holds it, slides it in front. Good stick by Lyon. Blocked the puck. Byram took a hit in behind the net. Back to Power. His pass to the line. Penalty coming up here as Stone tried to turn inside. And the Sabres going back to their now red-hot power play.
Well, nice stretch pass here. Doan's going to get himself in a position, get a hold of this puck, and he's got to be taken down. You see Lindholm making his way across. He just clearly takes his feet out from right underneath him as he's trying to make a little move on Lindholm. No question about that one right there. And he goes down, and yeah, the Sabres 1 for 1 in this game so far. They're getting their first power play goal of the series and for a little while. So hopefully that is going to spark this power play because it's going to need it moving forward here.
Oh, if they can get on even a back-to-back roll of power play goals here, the Bruins are going to be afraid to do anything out there for the rest of this game, for the peril of it could be their season. Face-off with McLeod at the dot, replaced by Zucker. Dahlin, Tuck, and Thompson against McAvoy, Zadorov, Kastelik, and Corrali. Zadorov will clear. Rasmus Dahlin inside his own zone. He's got an option to drop, and he will do that. Here is McLeod up towards center. Left side entry drops for Zucker. One more for Dahlin. Pressure on him at the line for Tage Thompson. Left wall, creeping in. Trying to play it back to the line. It's not there. Good stick by the Bruins, but Dahlin able to keep it in. Far side pass. Trying to work it out of the corner. Tage Thompson. Turns. Dahlin's shot is blocked. Loose puck far circle. Trying to go back to Tage instead of the shot. Bruins are essentially down to 3 on the kill. Kastelik can't move. And that puck's going to come out of the zone, and Kastelik's going to do his best to get to the bench. Sabres got to clear the zone. Awful early for the Boston player to come on the ice there, but they get away with that one as the Sabres unable to keep it in the zone. .52 left on the man advantage. Dahlin up the middle. A little bit slow on the entry here, but it's going to fall nicely. Thompson's shot batted away by Swayman. Still loose. Far circle one-timer. Swayman with the save. Another chance is blocked. Back to Power. Pass to the far circle. 33 to go on the power play. Dahlin in the corner. He'd love to keep it down low here. Up top for Power. Shot wide. Thompson rebound. Power to the slot. Dahlin from Tuck. Far wall. Goal line. Zucker. Back to the wall. Dahlin. Thompson with a blast. 90 miles an hour on that one. Swayman got there. Thompson again. 10 to go on the power play. Thompson. Far circle. One-timer. Not there. Dahlin still racing for possession. Tips it behind the goal. Bruins will clear. Out of the box comes Lindholm. What a flurry of chances.
Yeah, a lot of chances there, but the great thing is they're shooting the puck. They got that shot mentality that we talked about, not trying to overpass. They're making sure the passes they make are 100% chance of getting there, and they're letting it rip. And you start ripping it like that.
There's a shot ripped just wide by Krebs as Greenway and Mallenstein come into play here.
Yeah, the penalty killers, they'll start backing off as soon as you start taking those shots, and I think that's what they got to do here.
Puck deflects up and out of play as Byram tried to play it out. And with 12:03 remaining in the second period, the Sabres all over it on the power play. Swayman, though, had the answers to hold it at 1-0.
If you've crossed the border with a conviction on your record, consider yourself lucky.
Jamie Fiegel of Fiegel Car and Joyce.
Whether it's a DWI, drug charge, or any other conviction, Canada doesn't forget. Eventually, you'll get stopped. Don't risk your reputation or your business. I can help, because next time, it's not luck, it's a red flag.
Make the right choice. Call Fiegel Car and Joyce at 810-2121 or visit yourborderattorneys.com.
Ever open your utility bill and wonder, how is it this high? Blue Star Home Services knows you can't control surging utility rates, but you can control your home's invisible leak. 8 out of 10 homes aren't properly insulated. Is yours one of them? Quietly costing you more than it should every month? As Western New York's home comfort and insulation experts, Blue Star keeps homes cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Their comfort solutions can cut your energy bills up to 40%. Blue Star Home Services. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can measure. Visit BlueStarHS.com.
One team, one goal, to beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Question time. Peyton Krebs, Owen Power, Alex Tuck are all on 4-game point streaks this playoffs. The longest point streak in a playoff year in Sabres history is 8 games held by 2 players. I want to know who they are. That's a nice point run. 8 games?
Yeah, it is.
I know you've not got the answer, but I can feel you thinking down there.
Yeah, I know it's one person, not one person.
Well, held by 2 players, so you would be correct. We have our winner, folks. All right, what's the sound down between the 2 benches down there? What are they like? Who's talking? Who's quiet? What's going on?
I think it's very quiet. There's not a lot of exchange in the old player-to-player here. I think both teams kind of very focused on what they're doing, and they're making sure that they got a chance to do what they got to do when they get out there and not waste any extra energy. And I'm here with my little friend, and I'm going to put him on my shoulders soon just so he can see the game. He's missed the first period and a half.
I was going to say, isn't there a height requirement to enjoy this ride?
Well, he's got nice shoes.
A puck deflects off the glass in the Boston zone. Bruins now will bring it out. It's a chip and chase. Over comes Samuelson against Husnudinov. Zacha is there. Pasternak on the ice on the far wall. Behind the net. Zacha centered that in front. And just in time ahead of Pasternak, the Sabres are able to clear. Good job by Doan. Bruins with 3-on-2 to the line. Here's a pass. They do get underneath and a backhand. That doesn't work as that will come out the near side for Benson. He'll sweep it across. Doan, end of a shift. He'll just put it deep. 11 minutes remaining here in the second. Here's Kiki right up the middle. Trying to go wide on Power. Took himself right out of a shooting lane. Now Middlestat stripped by Bowen Byram. Asperl from the line with a shot. And that one in front of Alex Lyon. Now back Lindholm. He takes a look. That one is stopped. Lindholm takes a shot and scores. The Bruins tenacious on the puck with 10:36 to go in the second, and they are rewarded and tie the game at 1.
Yeah, this is one of the few times here so far in this game and in the last couple of games that they've just got themselves in a little scramble in front here. Alex Lyon doing all he can do, but right here, you got to push those pucks to the outside. Keep them to the outside. Don't put them back up the middle, because when they do gain control of the puck, it's easier to turn and shoot. It's off to the side. It's less dangerous. And in that case right there, Zucker, it's all he could do is get a hold of it there and just kind of push it forward when he can, and then misses on the block. And Lindholm not wasting any time there, too, and he gets the puck and just turning, firing, getting pucks to the net. It's a desperate team. They're going to be throwing what they can at the net, sitting at 11 shots so far.
17-goal season, a 4-time 20-goal scorer. Here's a chance for Thompson in front, but he can't get a hold of the puck. Asimont behind the net. That was almost a very quick answer, but the Bruins get it back. And again, they've got some numbers coming up ice here. Well, Stanley in the corner. He'll play it up the wall for Peyton Krebs. He'll lift this one out to center ice, and the Bruins get it back again. They're going to chip it in, and here they go. Stanley feeling the pressure of Steves on that play. Steves in the corner. Plays it back around to this near point. Peak with a shot. Deflected right on. Stopped by Lyon. Alex Tuck lifted out. Timmins for Buffalo. Lindholm's goal at 9:22 of the period, his second of this playoff round. As it's a zone gain on the right side by Middlestat before he's stripped by Greenway. Here's Mallenstein down the left side. Greenway is in front. Mallenstein to the corner, plays it back to the line. There's a quick shot and a save made as Swayman was able to see that one all the way in. So Dahlin and Lindholm, the goal scorers. We are tied at 1 apiece.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com.
At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, including your favorite team's next playoff run. With digital checking tools that are a total game changer, like spending alerts to let you know when you've gone overboard on team gear, security features to lock your debit card should it go missing while you're doing the wave, and of course, early pay, which lets you get paid up to 2 days early. That's what we call a power play in banking. To learn more, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
Buffalo Sabres hockey is being brought to you by Upstate Honda Dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today. By Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. By Verizon. Powered by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store to check out the latest deal. By Level Financial Advisors. Helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. By Blue Star Home Services. Your heating and cooling experts. Get started at bluestarhs.com. And by UPS Stores. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
WGR.
Sabres Playoff Hockey is proudly sponsored in part by Highmark, Tops Markets, and Neutral. We got a 1-1 game here in the second period, 9:12 to go. I want to remind you about season ticket memberships for the 26-27 season. They're available now. You join today, receive access to exclusive member-only events and experiences, enjoy discounts at the Sabres store, concessions, and much more. Become a member at sabres.com/membership. And we can add to that, if you want to get in on the 50-50 number, it's over 327,000.
Yeah, expect that to get to 400, I bet you, at least. So if you want a piece of it, get in on it. As I always say, it goes to great causes, spread out to a lot of different charities around town. And one really lucky person walks away with a lot of dough as well.
Well, this game is starting to feel like the first team to get to 2 is going to have a real upper hand on the other because...
Yeah, I think they're just kind of both playing here right now not to make that glaring mistake, Dan. You know, obviously... Buffalo in a situation where you win, you walk away from this series. Boston, you know, they've got to win. And they don't want to make that glaring mistake trying to do too much maybe sometimes, and then it kind of takes away from it a little bit offensively because more thinking defensively at times.
Yeah, they just want to counter like this, 3-on-2 to center as they gain the Buffalo line with room and a good back check that time. Alex Tuck takes the puck away and now will skate it up onto the wing for Dahlin. Again, Noah Ostlund not in this game and will not return after taking a injury in the first period. Well, Buffalo down a pretty important forward when you talk about puck possession. Sabres can't clear here as Byram tried to carry it out. Pasternak to the middle of the ice. That shot wide and then off the post, the rebound. Oh, the hockey gods smiling there for a moment. The Sabres got to take this back on their own. There's no icing there as it's sent down deep into the Boston zone.
Yeah, need a little better awareness coming back into your zone on who to take here. And they turn it over there, and it leads to Boston opportunity. You don't want to give those shots coming down the middle of the ice. We always just seen what happens when they get those.
Here's Quinn now making his way up the left side. They're going to give him the zone. Quinn with a shot. Oh, he's going far corner. Didn't miss by much. Power for Byram. He'll put it deep in the Boston zone. Zucker in behind the net against McAvoy. Comes back towards Byram. He's down the wall now. Zucker behind the net. Quinn against Middlestat. To the line, but not out. Byram off the wall. Creeps down. Shot. Rebound. Gloved and held by Swayman.
Now you just see here, every time there's something in front of the net in the first couple of games, there would have been a huge scrum there. Nothing out of this one, even after Zucker hits Swayman there looking for the loose puck. But nice job getting bodies to the net there. You see Zucker going down, trying to get his body as big as possible, gets low to the ice. There's the opportunity that Zaga had at the other end, and then Asemont put it off.
Yeah, Esperoy.
Esperoy, yeah, sorry about that. It puts it off the near post.
Well, you knew that the defense was going to get pretty aggressive tonight.
Yeah, they've got to get up the ice there for the Bruins if they're going to generate much. But, they're not the type of B that, offensively minded, that they're going to be able to be huge, huge threats. But when you see that, you got to make sure when you counter quick, because it's most likely going to be a forward that's covering up for him and playing defense coming back down on the rush.
Face off in the Boston zone, won by the Bruins. Sabres and Lindy Ruff said they talked about exactly this. They know the Bruins are going to throw a bunch of different looks at him. How about a throw away of the puck to Benson? Dangles in front, and that is just sent wide of a stick in front. Now back to the front of the net. Oh, what a great play by Kozak, trying to hit Benson.
Yeah, Stanley and Kaslik just ran into each other. And two big men, and Kaslik is going off, bent over.
Kaslik runs into
and then he just runs into Timmins, and he's down. He's hurting.
Timmins, far point for Stanley. Trying to get it past Asimont, but he can't. And now Doan for Buffalo. Kastelik stays on the bench, bent over off the end of the Boston bench. 6:40 to go in the second, 1-1. Bruins tied up on Elias Lindholm's 15th career playoff goal. Boston back down deep in the Buffalo zone. We got a tripping penalty coming up to Buffalo. And you got to watch about the wobbly table leg happening here a little bit for Buffalo. The referee saying the leg was kicked out. Well, Tage Thompson knows all about that.
Yeah, McLeod is the guy that's going to go to the box here. Let's just watch 71. Drags that left leg and takes the Bruin player down. So the Bruins 0-for-1 so far here tonight on the power play. And McLeod not real happy with that one. Bruins are able to generate a couple shots on that first power play opportunity. I'll show you Kaslik. He's still on the bench there trying to figure things out.
A concussion spotter will have him leave the bench, you would think.
Two of them collide. When he goes down, he's bent over. Stanley gets up and keeps going, but that's two awfully big men colliding right there. And then he got hit in front of his own bench as he was trying to get out by Timmins again.
Bruins with the puck off the draw. That one tipped just wide. Lindholm side of the net. He'll spin it back to the point. McAvoy plays it to the far circle. Bruins love to go cross ice. It's not worked for them in the series so far, but they've been working on it since before it began. Here's Lindholm's shot. Stopped by Lyon. Rebound kicked out. McAvoy to the goal line. Back up top for McAvoy again. Bruins working across. Pasternak. McAvoy creeps in, takes a shot. Saved by Lyon. And you need a clear here. It'll be carried out and fired down the ice by Alex Tuck. Bruins up to 14 shots. Sabres at 12. Tie game. Power play for Boston with 1:08 left as they get to center. Play almost broken up at the line. Now McAvoy up high with a shot, and that's off a stick up and out of play. Sabres with sticks down in the slot there, helping defend. Second period replays brought to you by your Western New York GMC dealers. We are professional grade.
Yeah, that shot from the point was deflected by Zaka in front, and Flying had to be aware there. Just keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, it goes up and over, but you know, as you said, they look for that redirection an awful lot, whether it's in the high slot, in the slot area. It's not always down close to the goal crease, so you got to be aware of that. Zaka got one here on the power play earlier in this series, just from the middle of the two hash marks with the redirection.
Power's got some time to kill here. Off the face-off, he'll fire it down the ice. Under a minute to go in the kill. Rarely after a game where one team gets such an upper hand on the other is the second one going to follow that routine. And so far, it's a tight one. Here's Pasternak. Holds it. Play in front. There's your backdoor pass. And it's just rocketed wide. Good play by Greenway defending. Big hit as Pasternak sends it across to McAvoy up top. Geekie and Pasternak down by the front of the net. Zaka up top with 20 to go in the power play for McAvoy. Trying to find a way through. It's not there. McAvoy watched by Greenway. Back to McAvoy again. Far circle. Mallenstein pops out. Greenway on McAvoy. Takes him wide. Zaka to McAvoy for Geekie behind the net.
Penalty coming here. High sticking Bruins.
Just as McLeod comes back onto the ice, the Sabres will go to a power play of their own with 4:24 remaining in this second period, and the game tied at 1 apiece.
Roll the window down. Do you hear that? It's the sound of spring. So bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda's family of hybrids and EVs are ready for wherever spring takes you. Check out the all-electric Honda Prologue, CR-V Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand.
For great deals, visit your local Upstate Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
After a Western New York winter like that, your garage door might not be as reliable as you think. Hi, this is Jen Kuhn from Hamburg Overhead Door. Cold snow and ice can take a real toll. Springs wear down, rollers get stiff, and openers start to struggle. If your garage door is noisy, slow, or just not working like it used to, now's the time to get it checked before it turns into a bigger problem. Our team can get you back up and running quickly and safely. Call us at 649-3600 to schedule your service today.
Ever open your utility bill and wonder, how is it this high? Blueest Star Home Services knows you can't control surging utility rates, but you can control your home's invisible leak. 8 out of 10 homes aren't properly insulated. Is yours one of them? Quietly costing you more than it should every month? As Western New York's home comfort and insulation experts, Blueest Star keeps homes cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Their comfort solutions can cut your energy bills up to 40%. Blueest Star Home Services. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can measure. Visit BlueStarHS.com.
WGR.
Game. Sabres lead the series 3-1, and we've seen a few special teams moments. We're going to see another one here.
Yeah, there's going to be a high stick right here, and Sedinov going to get a stick up into the face of Stanley. And right now they got Geekie in the box, and I think they're coming across. Geekie is just starting to come out of the box, and they're going to get Sedinov and send him over.
Well, it would have been okay if Geekie stayed there. I say that with all due respect because he's a heck of a dangerous player. Well, yes.
Yeah, he's shorthanded. He's probably not. But anyway, Sabres 1 for 2 on the power play here so far in this game.
Face off to the right of the Boston net. The Bruins, Lindholm, will send it down the ice. The game scoring opened on Dahlin's power play goal, his first goal of his NHL playoff career. Here comes McLeod in over the line. Kastelik back in pretty quickly there, so no protocol, I would assume. Glad he's healthy and able to play. And on the Bruins bench after that run-in with Stanley, as Darlene will drop it back. The Sabres power play will get to center with 1:25 left in it. Here's Zucker on the left side with a drop for Darlene. Drifts back to the line. Alex Tuck will leave that one as the Sabres rotate. Now low in front for Zucker, and a backhand just goes wide. How many times this year did we see Zucker in that exact spot cash in? Here's Thompson in front for Zucker and just missed that deflection. Alex Tuck's got to win this race. He does. Zucker in the corner. Walks it to the net. Zucker! Shot saved by Swayman. Puck is still loose. They jam away at it until Swayman's got control, and the referee gets there to see that that is the case. And if McAvoy wants to continue this,
yeah, just like so many times here that Jason Zucker realizes there's an opening, there's a lane, he's going to take it and just take it to the net himself. And this is what he's going to do here. But the good thing about it is when he gets there, he doesn't just keep going. Watch this. He's going to go to the front of the net, make the play, put the brakes on, and then start battling. McAvoy's got to get on his back and knock him to the ice there, but if he keeps going through there, nothing happens. Swayman just kind of covers it and it's all over. Stay there and battle. And here he is on the redirect in front, just stops the puck, and then on the backhand misses it by quite a bit, but a good idea.
One power play goal in his playoff career. For 17 as Benson will take it at center. 35 to go on the man advantage. Line gained. Krebs down low. Now Corrali in the corner. Quinn down there as well. Nice play in the middle of the ice there. The Bruins able to fight it down. I thought maybe the Sabres going to win it back with some good hard stick work.
Yeah, but the Bruins got three guys on the puck. Only one guy sitting out in the middle of the ice. That puck pops out. That's what you got to do. Those are the battles you got to win here.
Byram gets back onside. He'll take the pass up the line. 3 to go on the power play. That's it. Far side. Going in the corner. Behind the net for Benson. Boston with Hussein up back into the play at even strength. Benson into the corner. Krebs up top. Byram shot. That hits traffic in front. Don't try to come up with it. Byram does, but it's outside the line. Darlene will shoot it in. 2 minutes to go in the second. 1-1 game. Buffalo changing. Puck will come outside the line. Darlene again. Lifting that bouncer into the slot in the Boston zone. Bruins lift it in. Behind the net, Darlene plays that one just out of the reach of Greenway. Henry Okiharju sweeps it across to the far side, and Malenstein got a good piece of Aspero there as the puck is played around in behind the Buffalo net. Tried to play it out front. Want to watch out when number 88 gets his stick on the puck. He'll try to put it in from anywhere. That's a delayed offside, so Zaka's got to retreat. And Malenstein and the Sabres starting to change up their lines here a little bit. Fourth line goes as Samuelson has the puck with 1:05 to go. For Tage Thompson at center. He'll carry it across the line to the left wall. Pass to the slot, intercepted, kept in by Power for Alex Tuck. Tuck trying to get it to the net. That's blocked by Aspero. Now Boston could have numbers here as they come back to center. And it's away from Zaka. Darlene looking for Thompson, misses that, and that's an icing call with 44 seconds left in the period against Buffalo. Join us at the Saberhood Block Party presented by Northtown Automotive for all home playoff games. The pregame party in the Plaza. Ticketmaster Alumni Plaza will kick off 3 hours before puck drop, followed by the watch party at Canal Side 2 hours before. You don't want to miss out, so RSVP and get all the details at sabres.com/playoffs. Off the face-off, Bruins put it behind the net. Peyton Krebs can't keep it there, and then Boston trying to play it back to the line. It comes outside to center. Hampus Lindholm's going to slap it back in, but broken stick. And then it's whistled down at the line with 27.8 seconds to go. 1-1.
Yeah, just be strong here this last 28 seconds here and just get yourself out of this period. It's been a hard-fought battle period here. Both sides, opportunities both ways. And I still think you kind of rely on nobody really wants to make that glaring mistake. But as you move into the third period, obviously a must-win for Boston. They're going to have to open it up, take a few chances, and that possibly could be when the Sabres can take advantage of things here.
Saw the Penguins survive the Flyers, trying to put them away, and the Sabres want to write a different story here in this one. Boston gaining the line. Here's a shot line with the save, and he'll hold on with 14.6 left on the clock.
Hey, these guys are professionals, and this is what they do. And it doesn't matter what a series is at; they're going to give it to the very end. So you have to know that, and you got to be prepared for it. Don't think you get another goal and they think it's going to be over either way. They're going to keep coming. So you got to be ready for it. Just keep playing the game you're playing here. Eventually, you're going to get opportunities. You're getting good looks now. Just make sure when those time comes, you don't make that glaring mistake to put yourself in a hole.
Linesman blowing the whistle pretty distinctly there, breaking up the huddle. Sabres win the draw, 13 seconds. Byram out of the corner. Got to get this out of the zone. He will flip it, but not out. Kept in with a shot, and Lyon makes the save with 6 seconds left on the clock. And that's out, and attempted hit there at the whistle by Lindholm.
Yeah, Lindholm buried McLeod, and he got underneath him a little bit, and then Samuelson and Quinn coming over and giving him a little poke. But you see here, nobody wants to get involved in this extracurricular pushing and shoving and scrums here because they don't want to get run and cost their team. Right there, Lindholm coming in on McLeod. He's able to bail out and get underneath it. And then 2 guys coming across to help out. So little contact to the head there, not enough, but here, you set yourself up good. You win a period, you win a hockey game, you win a series here, so it's up to the Sabres here. Come strong in the third.
All right, Dan and Rob, thank you very much. Brian Colsey with you here, and Rob is right. Buffalo 20 minutes away. You win 20 minutes, well, you win the game, you win the series, and you move on to round number 2. But Boston has tied things at 1. Elias Lindholm's goal at 9:24 has this game 1-1 through 40 minutes of play. When we come back, we'll get Paul Hamilton's take here on period number 2. Highlights and scores from around the league, all coming up. Intermission report coming up next here, live for the press box on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
Cha-cha's got ya. If you've been injured, don't you worry, Cha-cha's got ya.
This is Dan Cha-cha. Accidents happen when you least expect them. But when they do, you need a team that fights for you. At Dan Cha-cha Injury Attorneys, we're dedicated to getting you the compensation you deserve. Whether it's a car accident, a workplace injury, or trip and fall, we've got your back. Don't worry, Cha-cha's got ya. Call Dan Cha-cha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation.
Don't you worry, Cha-cha's got ya.
Call 648-3030.
Hey, Rob Ray here. Covering the Sabres, I'm on the road a lot. Early mornings, late nights, and plenty of lake effect surprises. That's why I count on AAA. When my battery died in the cold, AAA Roadside Assistance got me going fast. And the value goes beyond emergencies. Members save on tickets, shopping, travel, and more. As a proud partner of the Buffalo Sabres, AAA delivers great perks all season long. Wherever you're headed across Western New York, count on AAA. Join or renew today at AAA.com.
What's your outlet?
Score a hat trick of savings at Outlet Liquor. Buy any wine or champagne priced at $13.99 or less and build your own sale. Buy 3 to 5 bottles for $1 off each one. That's your hat trick. Want a power play? Grab 6 bottles or more and savings jump to $2 off per bottle. Fill a 12-bottle case and save $24. Mix and match hundreds of brands. Bottle bundle deals only at the place to buy a case. Outlet Liquor, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
What's your outlet?
Your home is a legacy to be proud of. And this spring, Stellar is putting the power play in your hands. Score $1,800 off your home exterior project or enjoy 18 months with no payments. At Stellar, we defend your home with quality materials and service built on a reputation you can count on. Don't let the season slip by. Call us today to schedule your free estimate.
320-7663. Stellar Roofing.
Western New York golfers, listen up. Get ready for an epic season on the greens without draining your wallet. WGR has scored you a hole-in-one deal with the brand new 2026 WGR VIP golf cart. For just one incredibly low price of $129, you unlock a season of premier golfing adventures. Play around at the picturesque Shorewood Country Club, conquer the greens at Shamrock Hills, and tackle the legendary 10th hole at Attica. Keep the fun going with unique experiences like the thrill of night golf at Bobolink, Buffalo's only nighttime golf facility. And keep your swing razor sharp indoors at the Golf Dojo. Then get ready for a challenge you won't forget at Destroyer Golf. New for 2026, every round ends better than it began. Enjoy a bite and drink after your game with their 19th hole sponsor, 1812 Tavern. Plus, you can stock up on all your gear with exclusive deals at Rig Zurek Golf, Transit at Genesee in Lancaster. That's 8 incredible golf and entertainment experiences for only $129. But hurry, this is a limited offer. Get all the details and purchase your WGR VIP golf card today at GetMyPerks.com. That's GetMyPerks.com.
Radio home of your Atlantic Division champion Buffalo Sabres. We are through 40 minutes of hockey. Live from KeyBank Center, here's your host, Brian Koziol.
40 minutes complete here in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Sabres and Bruins are all tied up 1 apiece as we welcome you back here to the press box. I'm Brian Koziol on the Intermission Report. We'll get you back to Dan and Rob for period 3 in just a little while. Second period stats are brought to you by Level Financial Advisors, helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. Shots in the period were 8-7 Buffalo. Not really high totals for either team through 2 periods. 16-13 Boston. Power plays. Buffalo has broken the drought. They got a goal there from Dahlin in the first period. They're 1 of 3, and the Bruins 0 of 2. Swayman has 12 saves. Lyon has 15. There are your stats. Let's go to Paul Hamilton here. Paul, before we break down the period, just before the period started, the team announcing that Noah Ostlund will not return. Lower body injury. He's been a nice spark since getting into this series here. That's a big loss for Buffalo.
Yeah, he was down in the corner and his leg got caught under, whether leg, ankle, whatever it might have been. He did come back he didn't put weight on it when he left to go to the room, but he did come back to try to skate on it in a stoppage of play and then left, and that was that. So we don't know how serious it is. We do know, according to Lindy Ruff, that Norris was available for this game. So if Ostlund is not able to continue for a bit in the playoffs, you know for sure that, or not for sure, but probably Norris is ready to step up and step in.
All right, we'll make that the injury report. Brought to you by Hamburg Overhead Door. Is your garage door injured? Call the experts at Hamburg Overhead Door to get your door healthy again. So we'll monitor this again with this game tied. If there's more than 3 periods, too, Buffalo has 1 less forward to deal with here on their rotation. All right, let's go to the Bruins goal, Paul. Initial stop from Lyon. It comes out in front. Eventually, Lidholm gets it by him.
Yeah, really, the Bruins hadn't done anything in the period. They didn't even have a shot. Lindholm takes the shot. It goes up in the air. And then Zucker tries to bat it away with his hand and batted it right back to Lindholm, and he was able to score. And that was Boston's first 2 shots of the period. Buffalo had 4 shots. Boston didn't have any. Now, Boston, I thought, got a little energized by that goal. I thought now as the second period went on, they did start to play better and did start to maybe take over a little bit. Not like take over, but have the better of the play, maybe be a better way to describe it.
Buffalo had 2 more tries on the power play, Paul. So 4 more full minutes almost there. What did you think of how they had in the second period?
Well, they've missed Ostlund on it. I think he helped last couple of games. And, now he's not on it. McLeod's trying to help out. And it looked like Krebs is on one of the units now. So it just seems to be a little bit out of sync now after they scored. But, Ostlund maybe was a big part of that first unit being better last game and this game.
Yeah. All right, Paul, well, we look ahead to the third here. I mean, if you're the Sabres when the series started, you'd sign up for this every time. We're like, well, hey, in Game 5, you win the third, win a period here, and you win the series. You'd sign up for that every time here. So even though maybe they're thinking, well, we didn't have our best totally there toward the second half of that period, they can just go out and win the third period, and you're off to round 2.
Yeah, they've shown us they know how to react in these situations and know how to, okay, we did this, and this wrong in the second period. We need to correct this, and this, and then go out and have a pretty good third period. They are getting out hit by 8. So that is a little bit of a concern because that falls into the Bruins' hands then.
It was 15-12 in the hits in Buffalo's favor after the first, so that flipped in that period.
Yeah, Boston had 17 hits in the second period. So things after the Boston goal started tilting Boston's way, but the Sabres, I think, know how to switch that around. It's just a question is, will they switch that around?
Yeah, and how many times during the second intermission, Paul, have we talked during the regular season about them either how do they hold the lead or how do they get the lead or, when they're tied, and they figured out a way to be the best team in the third period quite often here. So this isn't an uncomfortable spot for them. As you said, they know what to do in this spot here.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it seemed like most of their 8 shots were earlier in the period than later in the period. So they just got to get their feet moving again a little bit, start getting it in the forecheck, start doing a little bit better that way. Unfortunately, they're down a centerman. So, they got guys moving in and out. Kozak's playing more than he has. So, they're just going to have to overcome that and see if they can win a period here.
I think if they do get another power play, McLeod was taking Oslin's spot there, for it looked like for a little bit. So
he was.
We'll have to check that out. Okay, Paul, thank you. We will talk to you after 3. Doesn't mean it will be over, but either way, we'll talk when it's after 3. All right, Paul Hamilton with us here. Paul, of course, will have live locker room reaction. We'll have both coaches, Marco Sturm and Lindy Ruff as well, and, of course, Paul's final take, or maybe after 3 we'll be talking about overtime. We'll see. It's 1-1 right now between the Sabres and the Bruins. Well, potential game-changing moment for Buffalo. I don't know, is it the Noah Ostley injury? That could be a tough one there for the Sabres. They will be playing the rest of this game 1 forward short, so we'll be monitoring that again as this game goes longer. That maybe could be worse and worse for the Sabres. The game-changing moment presented by Buffalo Law. When one moment changes everything, choose the right team. Visit BuffaloLaw.com. 1-1, Sabres and Bruins. Dahlin for Buffalo in the first, Lindholm for Boston in the second, and that's where we stand, all tied up. Timeout here. When we come back, we will get you the check of the night and the rest of the NHL and the NBA. Busy night there as well. Another Boston team going at it on the hardwood. We'll have all those details when we return. After this, on the Intermission Report, live at KeyBank Center, 1-1 Sabres and Bruins through 2 on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
Jamie Fiegel of Fiegel Car and Joyce.
Still trying to figure out how to get into Canada with a DWI? The Canadian government recently changed its rules on citizenship. If you trace your family to a Canadian citizen, you might be able to get in now by becoming a citizen. Other strategies can be utilized to achieve your goal. Go to our website for a free analysis.
Make the right choice. Call Fiegel Car and Joyce at 810-2121 or visit yourborderattorneys.com.
Hey, it's Sal Capaccio, and we're seeing a lot of blue and gold around town lately, but if you're looking to put a little more gold and perhaps a diamond on a certain finger, here's my advice. Before you go down on bended knee, go forth to Firth. They have Western New York's premier collection of loose, real diamonds and engagement rings at Firth-friendly prices. Plus, their exclusive Firth Forever guarantee gives you full credit back toward an upgrade forever. For all the moments of your life, go forth to Firth, Military Road in Niagara Falls.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rates reserved.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hockey lives here.
With a shot turned out and poked wide by Aho. He swings a wrap around.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Steve's in the corner, plays it back around to this near point. Peak with a shot, deflected right on, stopped by Lyon.
Alex Lyon has been stellar. He has only let in one so far through 40 minutes. That one of the saves right there with Dan Dunleavy on the call. We welcome you back to KeyBank Center. I'm Brian Colziel here on the Intermission Report. Just a few minutes away from period 3. Again, the Sabres win the third, and they're off to round 2. But still 20 minutes to go before we get to that point. All right, let's see what's going on elsewhere. Drive around the league, brought to you by AAA, the official partner of the Buffalo Sabres. Back to Jonathan with the scoreboard.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to start in Dallas midway through the second. Game 5 between the Stars and Wild. Series tied at 2. That game is tied 1-1 with 9 minutes to go in the second. 10 o'clock puck drop between the Oilers and Ducks. Anaheim with a 3-1 series lead over Edmonton. To the NBA playoffs, late in the fourth quarter in Boston, Celtics hold a 3-1 series lead, but the 76ers up right now in the fourth quarter, 106-94. Again, 2:40 left in the fourth quarter in Boston. Halftime between the Knicks and Hawks in MSG. That series tied 2-2. Knicks up 64-48 at halftime. And a 9:30 tip-off in San Antonio between the Spurs and Trailblazers. San Antonio with a 3-1 series lead there. Baseball tonight up in Toronto. Blue Jays hosting the Red Sox in the top of the 9th. Blue Jays currently up 3-0 over Boston. And in Texas, the Rangers and Yankees going at it. Top of the 5th, Yankees hold a 1-0 lead down there. And the Bisons on the road tonight in Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the bottom of the 8th. They have a 9-6 lead over the Herd. Brian, back to you.
All right. If you're a Boston fan right now sitting at home here, I assume people have 2 TVs set up, right? Celtics on one and Bruins on the other. And both games are very tight.
I mean, I think you're rooting for a Celtics comeback here because right now, 76ers are holding pretty good. They're actually up, just extended the lead to 14. They've beaten, they have a 24-9 point differential in the fourth quarter. So they've taken a pretty big lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow. And the Celtics big favorites in that series, whereas here, obviously, the Bruins, at least on paper, are the underdogs. All right. Well, we'll see if Boston sports fans are happy at the end of this night here. They need the Bruins to win the third, otherwise this series is over. 1-1, Sabres and Bruins. I'll be with you on the postgame when it's over. For now, we'll take a timeout. Dan Dunleavy, Rob Ray with the third. I'm Brian Colziel. 1-1, period 3 next in Game 5. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
One team, one goal, to beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
Everything you knew about reaching customers online is being rewritten. Time to rethink your approach. Outcomes from Viant finds real customers. Not impressions, not clicks, customers. Our AI maximizes every dollar of your budget against the outcomes that matter most and proves it happened. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
Some days, self-care starts with nature-made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey. but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm going to have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Talks about two things, winning a cup in Anaheim and scoring the Mayday goal.
Sabres quest to get on to the second round.
Yeah, the 50-50, 489,749. Incredible.
Good job by the Saberhood and all the Sabres fans helping raise some money for the Sabres Foundation. Husnudinov with a steal and a big save. Oh my goodness, 10 seconds in by Alex Lyon. Now McLeod the other way with a pass behind Zucker. The Sabres in the last game, there weren't many passes that were behind players. They were well connected. And in this building, it's been a little bit different. Even with all the energy, the Bruins, like the Sabres in Boston, very comfortable playing a road game, taking care of the little details. Can Buffalo do that here with the crowd juiced along for the ride as Quinn behind the net? Can't get to it before Geekie touches it ahead, and now Middlestat carries, but he's stripped of the puck. The backhand feed, that one is touched, and no icing on the play. Boston will come back. Center ice for Middlestat. His pass deflects to the corner. Power against Geekie, who tried to slap it to the net, picked up by Byram. Aspro comes down the wall. Rockets that one into the skates. And it's played down the ice by Boston, and Swayman is going to leave this and allow it Peyton Krebs to get possession. Puck played around to the far corner. Alex Tuck reaching in. Boston flipping a high one out, and it'll come into the Buffalo zone. Benson leaves it behind the net, and the Sabres now will start the breakout with Benson. Chips it off the left wing boards. That doesn't work, and Boston volley it right back. Bruins have a man wide open in front in Minton, but they don't get the puck to him. Failed clear again as Stone couldn't get it out. High slot puck hops away from the stick of Alex Steeves. Is then hit into the boards by Kozak as Timmins will come out of the corner. Ahead for Doan. He takes a hit from Kastelik as he plays it into the Boston corner. Bruins again not being held in their own zone. Quickly get it out. McLeod under pressure. Now Zucker, he'll drop it. Sabres using speed here in transition with Quinn. Drops it for Zucker. Shot stopped. And the loose puck on the far side picked up by Corrali. He'll scamper to center. It's knocked off his stick. And what a good play by Zucker. Samuelson staying away from Kastelik. Extra shots there. And the Bruins in their own end settle for a line change. Approaching 3 minutes into this third period, tied at 1. Alex Lyon looking over his shoulder. It's Pasternak with a puck. Pasted to the boards there by Owen Power. Their battle continues, but the puck comes back to the far point. Pasternak waits for it behind the net. He's going to try to come out with it. He does with a shot. And up the side of the net, Zaka wrestles it free. Back to McAvoy. High slot. Pasternak's shot. Deflected wide. The Sabres with a chance now on the stick of Power to get it out of the zone. And with control to Alex Tuck on the right side. Down the wing with a shot. That'll come out the far side and out quickly. Geekie. He'll chip and chase after it as Power is back. Power just trying to protect the puck and waiting for some help. McLeod trying to work it up the wall. Boston seal and keep it in. Then it's out. And a delayed offside here. Buffalo will reset. Thought thoughts on the Sabres breakouts here in this third, Rob? What do they got to do?
Well, they got to get guys back. You got to come up with a 5-man unit. You see the Bruins here dropping back into the neutral zone, really kind of clogging it up. There's nowhere to go. You got to come up as a unit, get some speed, and attack them.
Doan with a shot, and that's blocked away. Benson from behind the net. Samuelson's blast, and that one deflects up and out of play. There is a 5-man planned attack, and it resulted in a scoring chance there, deflected out of play. Third period replays are brought to you by New York's only outlet liquor. When you need to stock up, it's a place to buy a case. What's your outlet?
Yeah, the coaches between periods, they were talking they need to play a little bit faster here in this game and win more puck battles to play our possession-based game, and that's kind of what they're looking at. And I think the big thing, too, is just relax a little bit in the D-zone. Getting a little bit too anxious in the D-zone here is Boston putting on a push here in this third period. Just slow it down a bit.
Kozak leading in against Kastelik to take the draw. To the right of Jeremy Swayman. And Kozak will be waved out, and Benson steps in. Bruins win it. It's a flip up for Jeannot. Nice play by Dahlin without taking a penalty, just getting in Jeannot's lane, and that allows Buffalo to possess the puck and work it up now to center. Dumped into the corner. Benson after it against Zadorov. Comes up with a puck. Centers it in front. There's a scramble. And Swayman down in the blue paint is able to cover up. Zach Benson making something often out of nothing, able to get it to the front of the net.
Yeah, when he gets in on top of Zadorov, I don't think Zadorov realized where the puck was. Benson realizes it and then just takes it to the net here. Here he's coming in. He's slow. He's trying to pull that puck towards the wall and then loses it. And Benson just desperately trying to throw it to the front of the net, and it actually goes off Jeannot, or else it's going right to his two guys coming in the slot. Jeannot gets a piece of it there and then bounces it towards Swayman, and he's able to cover it as everybody converges to the net. And this is what you can do to this D. You get on top of them, they force things, and that puck popped straight up in the air and then landed on top of Swayman's pad.
Thompson at the face-off circle in the Boston zone. Bruins win it again. And McAvoy up ahead. This is Steves. He'll fire it into the Buffalo zone. And Buffalo touching the puck.
High stick. Yeah, high stick. I think it's going to the Sabres.
They are the team protesting.
Yeah, Alex Talk, he is arguing that one.
He's claiming that the Boston player lifted his stick by what motion Alex was given going to the bench. We'll have to take a look at it. 15:01 remaining in this third period.
Yeah, right on the face-off here. We'll take a look at it. There's Alex Talk coming in the side, and he just gets tied up with that defender coming in. And Alex keeps going through. His stick kind of comes back, and
it does get him.
Yeah, it does get him right there. Even though he got tied up with it there, he clips him right in the face. That's brought, goes down. So power play opportunity for the Bruins here, over 2. So far in this game, they've generated 4 shots on 2 chances.
Face-off win. Sabres get a bit of a break here. That was a clean win, and something was coming in a hurry. But now you get a chance to line it up again if you're McLeod. Boston able to win this one. McAvoy will send it across. Shot. Lyon kicking that away. At the line, pressure here. Malenstein poking it back towards Swayman. He'll almost give it right back to Malenstein. And now the Bruins, Zacha working it up ice. Pasternak gets out of his reach. Timmins behind the net. Pasternak for Zacha creeping in. And that goes up and out of play. Deflected.
Yeah, see how aggressive Alkline was coming out of the net, too?
That's how he plays.
Yeah, he comes right at you, and he just takes all that angle away in any shooting area you got. Pasternak feeds it to the front of the net, and out comes Alex Lyon, and he's going to make sure he gets as much of an angle on that as he can. Zacha takes the shot, goes right off the blocker. Beck Malenstein coming out to try to block that shot. And Alex Lyon comes up really big there on that 19th shot for the Bruins in this game.
Pasternak at the point. Down the wall, gets it back again. Takes the shot, looking for the stick in front of the net, and the Sabres will clear it down the ice. Kill with 1:17 left to go to work here, barring another call. Zacha at center, gains the line. Geekie for Zacha. Kept in the corner. It'll be played back here for McAvoy. Zacha. Bruins work it in front. Geekie with a shot, and Lyon fights that one off. Boston up top with it. Geekie to the corner. Pasternak off the stick of Stanley. Power, great play. Now it's Krebs trying to move it up the wall. McAvoy shot, and Lyon makes the save, and Stanley cleaning house in front of the net.
Yeah, no arms up, though.
Yeah, you don't want to go down two, that's for sure, said Captain Obvious with 40 seconds left in the tuck penalty.
Yeah, see Boston just trying to get numbers there through to the net, and Lindholm may be able to set past Owen Power there and get himself established in front of the net. And then Stanley comes across and able to clear him out after the fact, after Lyon had it. And here it's coming in. You see Lyon's able to see that one coming through, and Lindholm not able to get a piece of it.
Made sure he was knocked to the ice, though, as Stanley there gave him a bit of a shove. Face off to the left of Lyon. 40 seconds left in the kill. The Bruins win it. Shot by Pasternak. Comes out the far side. Lindholm racing after it. Timmins in the corner. Can't clear. Keeps it muddied below the goal line. Now it pops out. There's a shot. Lyon coming out to challenge. Pasternak plays it behind the net. Timmins to the corner from McLeod. Right back into traffic with it. Timmins again. Buffalo can't clear. Bruins held it at the line. Pasternak just off his stick to the corner. Casey Middlestat creeps in. Far side pass hops away from the intended target. And the Bruins work it back to Pasternak. His shot goes off the skate. Out of the box is Alex Tuch. Sabres try to work it up to him. He's got it. Tuch to the line. Holds the puck. And then lost it, but Sabres get possession with Boston changing. And the penalty kill does its job. And we are still tied at 1 with 12:44 to go in the third. Dahlin will shoot it in. Around the glass. Far corner. Zadorov behind the net, run into by Thompson. In comes Alex Tuch. Peyton Krebs out there with him. Janot on the wall for Kastelik. He'll chip it out. And now Byram's going to make a play for Dahlin, backing up into the Buffalo zone. Thompson to Byram. He's been on a tear in these playoffs, pulling Byram. He's got the puck, centers it in front. And the Bruins defend it well, playing it to the corner. Kastelik can't get it out. Thompson to the middle of the ice. Drops it off for Byram. Can't get the shot away. Janot hard on the stick of Byram, but it's picked up by Peyton Krebs. Trying to stretch the Bruins. Krebs to the near wall. Spins down the right side. Krebs looking to the front of the net. Holds it. Sends it in front. Oh, big save by Swayman on Tage Thompson. Thompson up top. Byram. Sharp angle shot by Dahlin is stopped, and the Bruins clear. Sabres putting on the pressure, but Swayman with a massive stop. Here comes Benson. Right up the gut. Onto the wing for Doan. Benson behind the net. Took a hit there from Aspero. Big hit as well in the corner on Kozak. And now it'll be picked up by Eyssimont, and he'll flip into the Sabre zone, working against Power. Stanley comes up with it. Calm pass now for Doan. He sweeps it across to the right side. And up to center. Benson trying to fight it away from Eyssimont. The intensity you would expect from a game like this. Sabres win, they move on. Bruins trying to keep their season alive. Here's McLeod to center. He'll flip it in. Quinn racing it after it. Sabres come up with it. McLeod in front. Pass saved by Swayman. Quinn had the shot, and it's cleared. Dahlin from center. That took a deflection off the stick of Hustadinov, and it goes up and out of play. 10:24 to go, third period. 1-1.
Get BuffaloLaw.com. Get BuffaloLaw.com. They don't play, they make them pay. Injured, get help today. Get Buffalo Law. They know the way. Get BuffaloLaw.com.
Canada Wolf, Castro and Hall, 959 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York. Attorney advertising. Injured? Get BuffaloLaw.com. 716-848-8000.
One team, one goal. To beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
Buffalo Sabres hockey is being brought to you by Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys. Don't worry, Cha-Cha's gotcha. By Hamburg Overhead Door, over-delivering all over Western New York. By Awaken 180. Find your free coaching for life at awaken180weightloss.com. By ServPro, cleaning, restoration, and construction like it never even happened. By Stellar Roofing. When quality counts, choose Stellar Roofing, siding, and windows. By Buffalo Law. Visit buffalolaw.com. And by UPS Stores. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
1-1 game with the Bruins out shooting Buffalo 21-16, but Razor Buffalo getting to their game here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they are. They're starting to get up the ice in the rushes here, getting in guys involved, and they're not getting caught in the defensive zone. And we talk about relaxing a little bit. They're starting to exit the zone a little cleaner here. Now they can get on the attack.
Pasternak tried to tip that inside the Buffalo line, but the Sabres get possession. Quinn gets a stick on that one. Naoki Haru from the corner. Plays it up the wall. Zaka spins that one out of the reach of Husnudinov. For the Bruins, 88 will be on the ice for a whole lot of minutes here in this third period. He's up ice as the Bruins carry to center. Shot stopped by Lyon, trying to win a faceoff in the offensive zone, and that is successfully done. Buffalo Sabres playoff hockey is proudly sponsored in part by Highmark, Tops Markets, and Neutral.
Yeah, how about the 50-50, Dan? Ended up at 528,371. That's just shattered the record that they've had, and that's awesome. And these fans in this building, they're jacked and ready to go. It's like game one when they're waiting, just sitting on the edge of their seats to just explode here.
Geeky Middlestat on the ice, along with Lindholm. Aspro from the line. Pad save, kicked away by Lyon. That took a redirect. The traffic in front. Mallenstein plays it ahead to Greenway. Greenway, backhand on the near post. Stopped and held on to by Swayman. Sabres making sure there's nothing there. Both Mallenstein and Kozak.
Yeah, don't you see too much of that here till the end of this game because nobody wants to take that extra penalty. Nice job by Greenway taking this one on the backhand. He's just going to get pinched off and pushed down below the goal line. So get it to the front of the net. He got it up high enough. It was a little harder for Swayman to handle. At the other end, there's that shot coming from the point. Casey Middlestat with the redirect. And it snaps his stick in half, but Alex Lyon had to stick that right foot out just to catch that enough.
22 saves for Lyon. Face-off of the Boston zone. Aspro's got a hold of Alex Tuck's stick off the face-off. That goes uncalled, and the Bruins get up to center. Left side on the entry. That goes out of play as McAvoy tried to advance it in.
And that face-off's going to stay deep in the Sabres zone, I think. Yes.
Alex Tuck talking to the referee about what I just mentioned. He had his stick pretty clearly held on to coming back.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't hurt to kind of just talk to the refs a little bit and just kind of let them know what's going on. And then next draw, they're a little more aware, maybe looking for it a little bit. So it can't hurt.
Then today, Simon and Steves. Krebs, Tuck, and Thompson. Everyone 20 seconds or so into their shift, and a glove save by Lyon made with that shot right off the draw as Acimont steps into it. Gives us a timeout on the ice with 9:23 remaining in a 1-1 Game 5. Sabres up 3-1 in the series.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com.
What's your outlet?
Score a hat trick of savings at Outlet Liquor. Buy any wine or champagne priced at $13.99 or less and build your own sale. Buy 3 to 5 bottles for $1 off each one. That's your hat trick. Want a power play? Grab 6 bottles or more and savings jump to $2 off per bottle. Fill a 12-bottle case and save $24. Mix and match hundreds of brands. Bottle bundle deals only at the place to buy a case. Outlet Liquor, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
What's your outlet?
Spring has sprung at Relax Honda during the Honda Spring Event. Choose from our large selection of nearly 200 new Hondas in inventory, as well as pre-owned Honda vehicles to fit just about any budget. Take advantage of great lease options or low interest rate financing on your favorite new Honda models. Relax, we got this at Relax Honda, 3590 Southwestern Boulevard at RelaxHonda.com. Relax, it's the Honda Spring Event going on now at Relax Honda.
All financing on approved credit.
WGR.
His Verizon reliable performance belongs to Owen Power, first skater in franchise history with an assist in his first 4 career playoff games, Razor.
Yeah, Owen Power's been very good, and we talked about it a little bit in the pregame. It just seems like he's playing so calm out there. Early in the year, you're under pressure. Sometimes it's getting rid of the puck. He's not doing that now. He's even taking the hit, absorbing it, and still being able to make a play after that. He's doing a great job getting up the ice, but he transports the puck up the ice extremely well.
Great play at the line here by Quinn. He springs the attack down the right side. Zucker, pass across, and that'll go to McLeod on the far wall. He slaps it around to the corner. Sabres played in behind the net. Aspero racing after him, but McLeod comes away with it for Zucker. Pushed off the puck, or at least down to his knees by Zacha. Sabres keep possession. Goal line shot. That's going to come out at the far side, and that'll go down the ice. Samuelson's in control of it, though, with 8:50 to go here in the third. Boston changing. Buffalo at best when they keep moving, so they do. Fired in around the right side. Dahlin didn't get all of it. Zucker to the net. Racing after it. McLeod in the corner comes up with it. His pass back to an open point. And Connor Timmins, with Dahlin going to the bench, will hold it here as the Sabres complete their line change.
Yeah, you just see the Bruins there setting back every time. The Sabres getting back deep in the zone and just setting up in the neutral zone here in defensive posture.
Thompson fires it in. Far side, Kastelik is after it. Good hard stick that time by Kozak. Keep it in. I think that Krebs, I beg your pardon. Krebs now behind the net. Pokes it to the corner. Bruins look out here. They're going to bring it out. The Corrali hounded there by Thompson coming back. Through a broken stick and all. And now it's lifted in. Too far for Jeannot. Sabres sitting on 17 shots in this game. In the third period, outshot 8-4 by Boston. Up towards center. This is Kozak. He'll fire it in. Yoki Harju is there first. Benson in the corner. Doan behind the net against Yoki Harju. It's on the side of the goal. And Swayman will cover up. Referee is there to blow it down. And we'll see if Acimont's last shot results in anything. But so far, clean for everybody.
Yeah, you got to be at this point. You just can't take anything, and you're going to see a couple little push subs, and then it's going to end. But Henry Harju gets Donor right in the face there as they get tied up at the bottom of the face-off circle there. And he was arguing with the referee about that, but nothing coming out of some good hard battling there in front, and it may take a greasy goal here in this one. So Puck gets to that blue, you better make sure you got numbers there and be willing to battle.
Kozak and Lindholm at the face-off dot to the right of the Boston net with 7:22 to go here in the third. Bruins off the draw in the corner to the line, and the Sabres are going to get offside. Call it the line there.
Yeah, right there at the line. Some of the Sabres here, they were doing a good job in the face-off circle here. Now they're starting to get taken over from that position, sitting at 41% right now. Going into this third period at 52%, so they've dropped 10% here in this period. Got to start winning some face-offs here and get puck possession.
27-18 face-offs in favor of Boston. They win another one. Puck will roll down towards Lyon. He'll leave it for Byram. Off the boards, and Greenway is there to help. His pass ahead. Krebs reaching back for it. Backhand pass across the line. The Bruins get it back, but right on the stick of Owen Power. He and Byram will orchestrate the breakout. Again, as Rob mentioned, need the forwards back here to help break this defensive posture of the Bruins. Mallenstein gets there, but Boston flips it up and out. This game is looking very familiar to the first two played here in this building.
Yeah, you got to have a little speed there to try to break it, because they're standing out here from the blue line to the red line, and they're standing still. So you got to come up with a lot of speed and try to catch them.
Left side on the entry to the net. Swayman will stop it. The other thing, too, in talking with players in Boston, and you and I talked about it in the last broadcast, when they made this pass up to the blue line, there were two Sabres to gain the zone, not just one, and you had the D having to think about who you're going to take.
Yeah, so right here, you got three guys coming up. There's a long pass, so they have to address the guy carrying the puck and kind of gravitate to the middle a little bit, and then bang to the outside wall, and then they're able to gain the zone.
McLeod to take the draw against Zacha. And we're going to do that one again. Again, if you're joining us late, Noah Ostlund, you might be wondering why I haven't heard his name. Left the game in the first period with an injury. Did not return. So,
yeah, it'd be interesting after the game to find out about Noah, to see if it's going to be fine or not, his lower body injury.
Bruins play to the corner. They got some room to get out of the zone. Sabres get it back at their own blue line. Tossed ahead by Samuelson. So decor to decor for the moment. Boston will shoot it in, and a chance here for Pastrnak to get on it. Tried to kind of sweep it around Samuelson, who just played the man. Zacha and Hustendinov against Rasmus Dahlin. A lot of traffic. Pastrnak will play it back to the far point. Bruins, good, just putting it on the stick of 88. Seeing if he can't create a moment. Sweeps that in front of the net. Buffalo with good numbers there. Pastrnak goes to the bench, and Quinn gains the line. Trying to split the D, and that's not there. Knocked to the ice. Zadorov puts it right on the stick of Power. Shot is blocked. Tage Thompson hammers one. Rebound! That squirts free, but it's only Hustendinov there.
Yeah, I think it might have hit Zucker in front, too, and he's laboring a little bit there on the right leg.
Zucker goes to the bench. Now it's Thompson down the right side, stripped to the puck. Steeds come back the other way. He'll fire that one up and out of play. And we get a stop with Zucker on the bench. Feeling playoff pain, but a win would make it feel just all right.
If you've been injured, don't you worry, Cha-Cha's got you.
Dan Cha-Cha here. When injuries strike, you deserve a strong team on your side. At Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys, we're committed to standing up for your rights. Don't let the big insurance companies push you around. Our experienced team knows how to navigate the legal system. We listen, we care, we deliver. Don't worry, Cha-Cha's got you. Call Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation.
Don't you worry, Cha-Cha's got you.
Call 648-3030.
What sets us apart from other advisors is our white glove, proactive approach to customer service, frankly.
Michael Hebern, Chief Operating Officer, Level Financial Advisors.
People have entrusted us to manage their assets and financial outcomes, and that's something that we hold sacred here.
Level Financial Advisors experience can help you implement your financial plan for a successful retirement. Call or text now 727-5047. That's 727-5047.
Buffalo, the playoffs are here, and Sabre fans know this is when performance matters most. Elevate your drive with the new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Buffalo, where precision, power, and luxury come together. Or put your business in a position to win with a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, built to handle every shift, every mile, every job. This is your moment to drive like a contender. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Buffalo, 8185 Main Street in Williamsville, or online at mercedes-benzbuffalo.com.
WGR.
In regulation time here in the third Cadillac Trivia question and answer time. Peyton Krebs, Owen Power, Alex Tuck are all on 4-game point streaks in these playoffs. The longest point streak in a playoff year in Sabres history is 8 games held by 2 players. Our question today, who are they? And your answer?
No idea.
Donald Audette and Dale Howardchuk are the 2 names we were looking for. And off the draw at center, the Sabres work it up into the Boston zone. Benson after McAvoy. Aspero plays it up the wall. And this will be sent down the ice. No icing on the play. Asimont gets there ahead of Byram. Playing positional hockey here on the Bruins forward. Back to Aspero. He kicks at that puck. Sabres now with 4, 2 back for Boston. Power onto the wing. Doan, Power tried to center. Sabres are all deep. And here come the Bruins, but they're slow out of their zone. And not out of the zone yet as Benson puts on the pressure. McAvoy can't clear. Quinn keeps it in. Drops it to the corner. McLeod after it. Just out of his reach. Boston will flip this one up. There's a battle at the line. Middlestat reaching for it. One-handed play on the stick there by Alex Lyon. Bruins far circle shot, and that one goes wide on the near wall. Got it clear. Can't get it out. Middlestat takes the shot, trying to go top shelf. That'll come out the far side, and Zucker the rest of the way chops it into the Boston zone. Under 4 minutes remaining. Middlestat and the Bruins try to extend the series as Casey goes to the bench on a line change. 88 is on the ice with Zacha and Husnadinov. Pasternak will race after it. Alex Tuck for Buffalo down low. Pasternak comes away with it. Sealed off by Timmins. Timmins with the puck. Plays it around the boards. Tage Thompson will lift it out to center. And peek back after it for the Bruins. Dahlin opened the scoring. Lindholm for Boston tied it. Shot from the point. Big rebound. And Byram clears that one after the save by Lyon. Bruins keep it in again with a puck directed to the net, but it's deflected just in front of the goal. And the Sabres try to move it out, but it's on the wall. Now it's the defenseman Timmins. Ahead for Byram. Byram playing that one. Trying to play it at least around Zadorov. They'll be tied up in the corner. 2:45 left in regulation time, tied at 1. So you got Byram deep. Power gets the puck. Byram down in the corner. Power shot does not get through. And the Bruins will just chip it off the boards. And Power's got enough to get back.
Zadinov with a great block there, just sticking his leg out as Power was taking that shot.
Power taking control here. Gains the zone. Puts it off the inboards. That was a home play off the wall. Greenway fires. Traffic in front. Chance for Kozak. Flips it into the crease. Was that gloved in front? It's cleared by Boston. Referees say no. Good to go. Didn't know if the Boston player closed their hand on that puck in the crease before clearing it.
Well, we'll take a look and see. Sabres just firing this, and they got guys in the net. We talked about getting a greasy one. Nice try there by Kozak, just lifting it back out into the blue paint. You just never know. You're going to get there, see what you can do, and Noam gets a piece of that one and then drops it right down in front of Swayman. He's not able to get a handle on it, but this is what it's going to take in a game like this.
Boston has won the last 10 face-offs. This one in the Boston zone to the right of Swayman. Bruins behind the net, throw it away. Here's Doan sending it in front. Just trying to hit bodies there at the line. Doan, right boards. Sends it to the corner. Up top for Samuelsson for Rasmus Dahlin. The Sabres captain, the goal scorer. To the net. That drop in front of the net and knocked down in front of the goal with no call was Doan.
Yeah, he's battling there, and I think just gets pushed down. Yeah, this is a nice job here by the Sabres. Knowing the time on the clock, get the puck to the point, get guys battling in front. They're battling in front here.
Sticks between the legs. That's what the fans are looking at, and Doan as well. Right there.
Yep, down he goes.
They miss a clear trip here. I know he's going down, though. That's probably what the refs are thinking.
He's not really skating, though. It's between his legs, and he's pushing on him. So, trips more if he's moving.
Face off, this one won by Buffalo, but the Bruins are going to come out with 1:40 to go. You're pretty much in overtime now, folks. Puck deep in the Buffalo zone. Krebs has got to get it out. He doesn't. Bruins now holding it. Played around by Husnadinov for Pasternak. Thompson behind the net. Plays it to the corner. Up and out to center. Krebs will play it across with 1:15. Thompson shoots it in. Far corner. Krebs can't keep it on the wall, and the Sabres have to back out. Power would have been outside if he gained the line, so he's going to carry it back. And now Power will get to center. Onto the wing for Quinn. 1 minute left here in the third period, tied at 1. Power's got to make this work at the line. He does. Across for Byram's shot. Blocked it away by Swayman. Quinn in the corner. Bruins are going to have numbers coming back here. Up towards center. Middlestat looks to the wing. And that is an offside call. Nicely broken up that play as it entered the Buffalo zone. McLeod.
Yeah, good job here because they got a rush here going to the net and just got enough stick on it there just to slow it down a bit. The guy's crossing the line and it's going to be rough. Adjusting his guys to get him out there and just going back to the line that had the opportunity when they got it down deep and just went to the net here. And I would expect that was the instructions.
Samuelsson, Dahlin, Kozak, Doan, and Benson. Bruins with the puck. Middlestat, Lindholm, ×2. Geekie and McAvoy behind the Buffalo net with 29 seconds. Here's Rasmus Dahlin. Puck on his stick. Sabres up 3-1 in the series, tied at 1 late in the third. Fires it around and Kozak in the corner. Over comes Benson. Puck comes free to Lindholm for Boston. Circles away from pressure, plays it back in behind the net for McAvoy with 10 seconds. Just standing behind Swayman. Prepared to stare down overtime. We're there now anyway. 3 seconds to go. Lindholm to center, won't even get a shot away. And for the first time in this series, this series is going to overtime.
Well, it's been a fun game here, back and forth. Good opportunities at both ends. Not a tremendous amount of shots after 3 periods. Only a couple goals scored this, but it's been a hard fought game, and it's been a fun game, so I don't mind watching a little more.
Bruins.
Time game of this series, 1-1, Boston and Buffalo. Dahlin for the Sabres back in the first. Lindholm for the Bruins in the second. No scoring in the third. All right, when we come back, we'll get Paul Hamilton's take on the third and obviously look ahead to the overtime. Next goal will be your winner. Well, we still got the intermission report coming up. We'll take a timeout. Intermission report on the way here on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Lowe's
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
If you see a garage door ad offering a $29 service call, be careful. Hi, this is Jen Kuhn from Hamburg Overhead Door. We've been hearing from homeowners across Western New York who thought they were calling a local company only to end up with out-of-town dispatchers, inflated prices, and unnecessary repairs. Before you book, make sure you're working with a real local company you can trust. At Hamburg Overhead Door, we've been serving this community for decades with honest, upfront service. Call 649-3600 or visit hamburgdoor.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Welcome back here along the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network. I'm Brian Koziel. We are through regulation. 3 periods and nothing has been decided. We've got a 1-1 hockey game here in Game 5 between the Sabres and the Bruins as we welcome you back to the press box. We'll get you to Dan Dunleavy and Rob Ray with the start of the overtime in about 12 minutes from now. But for now, we're going to get you our stats from the period brought to you by Level Financial Advisors, helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. Shots were 9-7 Boston in the period, 25-20 in the game as of this moment. Power plays, both teams have had 3 tries. The Sabres are 1 of 3. Boston is 0 of 3. Swayman has 19 saves. Lyon has 24. All right, Paul Hamilton is here. Paul, chances for both teams in that third. Not a ton of shots, but a scoreless third period. What jumped out to you as some of the bigger moments?
Well, Buffalo really started to come on a little bit in the third, maybe the second half of the third period, forcing Swayman into some good saves. I mean, Krebs went cross-crease to Thompson. Big save for Swayman there. A backhander right in the crease by Kozak. He made a huge save there. And then Quinn was right in front, and he made a good save on that one. So they hadn't had some good chances in a while. So, maybe that will help them now going into overtime. You think we're going to stay here until 1:52? It's the latest I've ever stayed as far as the game goes. And then we had post-game after that. Yeah. So, you want to hang till 1:52?
What time is it now? 10:11? Well, right now I feel like I'm up for it. Don't ask me maybe in an hour or two.
That was
from now.
Dave Hannon, and I believe Brett Hull was about that time, too.
Yeah, that's right. You had the game against the Devils, the 1-0 one, and then, of course, the Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals where Brett Hull obviously got the goal that won it for the Stars. Well, how about on the other end, Paul? The Bruins have also put on some pressure. What have you thought of Lyon? He had a nice save on Zacha during Boston's power play earlier in the period.
Yeah, that was a big save on him on the power play. And, Lyon has matched him. I think Boston might have had a post at some point. Might have been late in the first period. I don't remember the Sabres hitting a post or a crossbar. Guys like Thompson have been kind of quiet. He made a nice play on the goal for a pass, and then he did have that opportunity in the third period on the cross-crease pass. But other than that, he's been kind of quiet, actually, for the series. I mean, he exploded in the first game and basically won it for the Sabres. But other than that, he's been kind of quiet.
Have the Sabres passed up on a couple of looks?
Yeah. Guess who?
McLeod. Yeah. That one, he
more
passed
than
off
once.
to Quinn. That was the one when he was right on the doorstep.
Yeah, more than once. Yeah. I mean, he can't get it out of him. I mean, he just is not going to shoot. He's always going to. And Quinn actually got a good chance in front. He didn't get a lot on it, but he was directly in front. And probably if he could have got a little more on it, would have had a good opportunity to score there.
Now, let's just remind everyone, of course, Noah Ostlund unavailable for this overtime He did not return after leaving the game late in the first period. So Buffalo playing a forward short. Obviously, the longer this goes, Paul, that can be more detrimental to Buffalo.
Kozak has done a lot of double shifting. McLeod, Krebs did a little near the end. Thompson finally did. I was kind of wondering why he wasn't getting some double shifts in there. But Kozak, for whatever reason, seems to be doing it the most.
Krebs, Thompson are the only Sabre and Tuck. Those are the three Buffalo forwards that are over 20 minutes as of this moment. Krebs seems as though he's been playing in almost every situation. I think he's had a pretty noticeable game.
Yeah, he has, which is not surprising. I mean, we do notice him most nights. So it's just, right now with who Buffalo has dressed, they couldn't afford to lose Ostlund or Thompson as far as centers go, because I don't know what Kozak's at. My guess would be around 15 minutes right now. Kozak
is 13:51. So, yeah, you're right about it. Yep.
So that would be more than you were expecting out of him.
Yeah, so Ostlund out, lower body injury is the official from the wording from the team. The injury report brought to you by Hamburg Overhead Door. Is your garage door injured? Call the experts at Hamburg Overhead Door to get your door healthy again. All right, well, obviously the next goal wins. Paul, if Buffalo gets the next goal, they move on to round 2. How do they do it?
Maybe pick up where they left off the last 10 minutes or so in the period, where they started to get some pressure on Swayman and force him to make some saves. In the middle part of the game, Boston seemed to have it. In the beginning of the game, Buffalo seemed to have it. So it seems like they've been going back and forth a little bit in this game as far as who's carrying the play. This is, other than Boston's win, they're probably their best game that I've seen out of them in the 3 games that Buffalo won.
Okay, Paul. Well, we'll talk either after the game-winning goal or after the after overtime 1 is over.
Okay.
Talk to you then. All right. Paul will be in the locker room when it's over. Either way, or if we play another 20 minutes with no goal, then we'll have him here again for the overtime analysis. 1-1, Sabres and Bruins. We'll get the rest of the scoreboard from the other games going on in the West when we return after this. Live in the press box. We're tied 1-1 through regulation here in Game 5 on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
One team, one goal. To beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
Get BuffaloLaw.com. Get BuffaloLaw.com. They don't play, they make them pay. Injured, get help today. Get Buffalo Law. They know the way. Get BuffaloLaw.com.
Canada Wolf, Castro and Hall, 959 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York. Attorney Advertising. Injured? Get BuffaloLaw.com. 716-848-8000.
The sun is out, the birds are chirping, and the open road is calling. Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event and take that road trip you've been dreaming of. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand.
For great deals, visit your local Upstate Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
What sets us apart from other advisors is our white glove, proactive approach to customer service, frankly.
Michael Hebern, Chief Operating Officer, Level Financial Advisors.
People have entrusted us to manage their assets and financial outcomes, and that's something that we hold sacred here.
Level Financial Advisors experience can help you implement your financial plan for a successful retirement. Call or text now 727-5047. That's 727-5047.
Your home is a legacy to be proud of. And this spring, Stellar is putting the power play in your hands. Score $1,800 off your home exterior project or enjoy 18 months with no payments. At Stellar, we defend your home with quality materials and service built on a reputation you can count on. Don't let the season slip by. Call us today to schedule your free estimate.
320-7663. Stellar Roofing.
At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, including your favorite team's next playoff run.
with digital checking tools that are a total game changer, like spending alerts to let you know when you've gone overboard on team gear, security features to lock your debit card should it go missing while you're doing the wave, and of course, early pay, which lets you get paid up to 2 days early. That's what we call a power play in banking. To learn more, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
WGR.
Back to the press box here. We're getting kind of the quiet hush in the building here. Anticipation of a overtime period coming up where it's sudden death. 1-1 Buffalo and Boston. Let's see what's going on elsewhere. Drive around the league. Brought to you by AAA, the official partner of the Buffalo Sabres. Back to Jonathan Koziel here, and the Wild taking control in their game, John.
Yeah, series tied 2-2 in Dallas. Wild getting a third period goal. They are up 3-1 midway through the third on the Stars, looking to take a 3-2 series lead there. Puck drop coming up soon out in Edmonton between the Oilers and Ducks. Anaheim with a 3-1 series lead, looking to close that one out against the Oilers. NBA playoffs tonight. 76ers staving off elimination, making the series 3-2 Boston. 76ers winning that one 113-97 over the Celtics. Midway through the fourth, Knicks all over the Hawks right now. That series tied 2-2. New York up 94-78 on Atlanta. And just 10 minutes into the second quarter, Spurs hosting the Trailblazers. They're up big, 43-26. San Antonio leads that series 3-1. Baseball tonight, Yankees and Rangers in Texas. Yankees in the bottom of the eighth are up 2-0 in Texas. And the Red Sox and Blue Jays up at Toronto. Jays shutting out the Sox 3-0 up there. And Bison's in Scranton Wilkes-Barre tonight. They fall 9-6 on the road. Brian, back to you.
All right. Who's going to make that game-changing moment, the game-winning goal? That'll likely be a strong candidate, the game changer, presented by Buffalo Law. We'll talk about it on the postgame. When one moment changes everything, choose the right team. Visit BuffaloLaw.com. All right. I'll talk to you when we get a goal or after another OT period is complete. They'll play until one goes in. Game 5 going to overtime next. Sabres and Bruins tied at 1. I'm Brian Koziel. Dan and Rob at the other side. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9701. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9701. That's 800-507-9701. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Buffalo, the playoffs are here, and Sabre fans know this is when performance matters most. Elevate your drive with the new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Buffalo, where precision, power, and luxury come together. Or put your business in a position to win with a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, built to handle every shift, every mile, every job. This is your moment to drive like a contender. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Buffalo, 8185 Main Street in Williamsville, or online at mercedes-benzbuffalo.com.
Hockey lives here.
With a shot turned out and forked wide by Aho. He swings a wraparound.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Fans here for a few games now, and at the end of the season, I don't think it's overwhelming to them at this point. Right now, you're just kind of locked in. It's another game, and you're going to play it, and you're just going to continue to play the way you have. So, just looking down the bench, I don't see too many guys where their eyes are looking like they're overwhelmed or in a tough spot. They look pretty relaxed and ready to go.
Overtime presented by New York's only outlet liquor. When you need to stock up, it's the place to buy a case. What's your outlet? Here we go. Sabres from right to left. Overtime. Next goal wins. Sabres looking to move on. The Bruins looking to send it back to Boston. Buffalo sending it into the Boston zone. Puck is tipped to the line, and the Bruins will skate it out. Ustadinov all the way down to the corner, plays it behind the net, but that is taken care of by Rasmus Dahlin ahead to McLeod. He'll use his speed down the wing. McLeod to the slot. Zucker with a chance. Big save by Swayman. Now it's Quinn. Sends it across to Byram. Behind the net, Zucker can't get to that. And Buffalo's going to take the chance to make a change here. As the Bruins, Pasternak just inside the line, sends it wide to the goal. Middlestat. Over on the far wall. Thompson does enough to get it out. Can't advance it, nor can Peyton Krebs. And the Bruins are onside as Middlestat plays it behind the net. Down comes Lindholm. Against Byram. Now Geekie with it. Dangerous player. Backhand in front. And it goes all the way to the far wall. Sabres will bring it out. Flipped in to the Boston zone by Alex Tuck. Puck played up to Geekie at center, but the Sabres able to wrestle possession back again. Middlestat, end of a shift, goes to the bench. Stanley. To Doan, who tips it in behind the net. The Sabres have been perhaps, forced into playing that kind of a game with the way the Bruins are setting up. Here's a quick up for Benson. It went off of his stick. Aspel plays it ahead and now to center ice. Asimont. Behind the net, Alex Lyon. Holds it. His backhand play goes to the wall. Timmins. Nice job of holding up traffic, and now it's Doan down the wing for Benson in front. Slides it wide. Doan for Benson. Bruins are going to skate out with it. They'll bring 3 to center into the Buffalo line. Minton tried to go back into the middle of the ice. Benson with a takeaway from McLeod. Down the left wing, he's got a trailer. McLeod holds it. Over the far point. Slapper comes off the end wall. They're standing at KeyBank Center. Well, with every shot, Zadorov plays it ahead.
Any shot's a good shot here. If you got a clear lane, do not think to pass this. Get the puck to the net.
Here are the wall battles Lindy was talking about. Line with a save, and the rebounds have been abundant here tonight. So the Sabres D charged with getting a clear. They got to go to work here. Strong play there by Jeannot. He sends it to the net. Lyon had it, and then it was whacked in off his pad and in, and the referee says no goal. Lyon had stopped as it was under his pad, and then it was jammed in.
Yeah, I could see the puck from here. It was right under the front of his pad. And if we take a look at this here, this puck's going to go to the front of the net. He's going to make it the save, and that puck is laying right there. But they see the ref. He's only 7 or 8 feet from it, and he decided if we can see one from the front side.
Well, if you're saying that, and they're going to look at it, this might be trouble for Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know if we got a shot from the front. I guess we don't.
Sabres want to get to the faceoff dot quickly here and force the Bruins to the dot before somebody sees something that you saw. And the Bruins have done this all night. They've huddled for some time before the draw. Now they're going to make their way in.
Here, you don't even see it. It's right there in the notch of his pad.
Puck is down and away we go. But it's going to be perhaps one of those kinds of goals. Here in overtime. Bruins Zaka can't get it in. He's knocked to the ice by Greenway. Zaka gets it back again. Nice play by Byram. Greenway just kind of knocked off stride there by Lindholm, and Boston in their own zone. Up to the Buffalo line. Byram, tough defending Zaka there, kind of with his feet square. Big save by Lyon. Far circle shot. Lyon again at the far post with a stop. And Buffalo's got to get to the offense and power from Allenstein. To the Bruins line. Skips around and check down to the corner. Puck comes free. Krebs after it. Back to the line. Dahlin with a shot, and that goes off a skate to the corner. Bouncing puck will be cleared into the Buffalo zone. Samuelson back after it. Matthias Samuelson for Rasmus Dahlin. The Sabres defense has played such a vital role in the offense. Will they factor in here? Thompson tried to get it to the net. It's blocked. Bruins looking to work it out of the corner. This will not go for icing. Waved off already by the linesman. 4.5 into overtime. Peyton Krebs up the middle. Krebs with a shot. That's off the boards. Into the corner. Doan holding it. Against Peak. Doan trying to take it to the corner. Walks out from traffic. Krebs. He's got traffic in front. Back to Stanley. Across. Timmins' shot. That is blocked. And it goes out of play for a stoppage.
I say just keep rotating the puck here because the Bruin D, watching them coming off, their heads are hanging. They're a little tired. If you can get it down where and start rotating the puck here a little bit, get a little cycle going, and get them moving, chasing you a little bit just to wear them down.
Yeah, Peak and Zadorov, I beg your pardon, they were both on for about a minute on that last shift. And in overtime, that's not going to work.
Yeah, and that's about 50 seconds too long for one of them.
I know where you're going. Bruins win yet another draw. And you can see how that is Buffalo chasing the puck, trying to get it back again, as Benson has done his best all night to do that. Lying behind the net. He's going to play this one down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against the Sabres goaltender.
Yeah, that's all right. He probably seen something that he didn't like there and didn't think it was going to be a good opportunity to get the puck moving clean. So if you got to take the whistle, you take the whistle just to slow the pace down a little bit. And
pretty sure we'll see Pasternak. Yep, there he is over the boards with the offensive zone draw here in the overtime period. Zacha, Pasternak, and Hustinov backed up by McAvoy and Aspero. The Sabres, though, with the face-off, possession one. Here's Logan Stanley. Up to center. He'll shoot it in. Again, the Bruins are first to the puck, and Aspero, as Buffalo is changing, gets the play up to the Buffalo line. Owen Byram. Bank pass off the boards to center. Quinn coming back into his own zone. Boston between the two blue lines as McLeod carries it in across the line. McLeod tied up there by McAvoy. No call. Here's Quinn with a shot. Loose puck in front. Sabres still fighting for it. Zucker. Boston from the corner. Flip it out. Look out here. Byram against Pasternak. He's got a man in front. And Lyon tips that one to the glass. Jeannot against the boards. Tied up and up there by Power. Great defending by Owen. And now it's carried up by Tage Thompson. Zucker with him. Buffalo changing, and Jeannot's got some time here to get it out towards center ice, and it's lifted in to the corner. Samuelson away from Kastelik. Dahlin up the boards, can't get it out. Kastelik against Samuelson, erases him, does Samuelson, and now it's picked up by Tuck. He'll send it ahead to Matthias Samuelson. Fakes shot, stopped by Swayman. I think the puck stuck on him the first time he attempted the shot. And yes, this will be an icing call. There's a little bit of wondering in that moment.
Yeah, well, if this pace continues here, the way they're going back and forth here, there's going to be a lot of tired guys here, and eventually a mistake's going to happen. See, Quinn does a nice job pulling that one off the wall. When it coming around that hot on your... It's hard to handle, and here's the call that everybody got upset about. Just McAvoy staying with McLeod as the puck went off over in the corner. I don't think the referees are going to make a call here to determine the outcome of this one.
Well, fingers are crossed about that statement as McLeod down the right side backhands it to the net, and Swayman is going to hold it for another face-off.
It's no time to stay out on the ice dead tired. If you can get off, you got to change. Quick changes here. Just try to keep the momentum going here. Try to keep the puck moving back up the ice as quick as possible. The D highly important when you get back there, get the puck, try to keep it moving. And slow it down as much as you can. Just keep it going. Try to get the pass up the ice.
Lindy's using everybody here. No hesitation, as you mentioned, to keep everybody fresh.
Yeah, he's got it in this case. But fourth line has done a tremendous job. So
face-off won by this fourth line. Here's Stanley with a shot. That hits a body, and now AC Mott will come back the other way. He'll carry the Bruins to center and then dump it in. Timmins after it behind the net. He's got company. Play stays against the wall, and now a chance for Greenway. A pass across to Logan Stanley for Mallenstein, just out of his reach. In comes Greenway, and Stanley has it, turns, fires it to the net, deflects just wide. AC Mott with a stick there on Greenway, and the Bruins will carry it up to the line and just chip it into the corner. 12:15 to go here in the first overtime. First overtime of this series. Sabres trying to win to move on. Boston trying to keep the season alive. Lifted in by Alex Tuck. Blockered by Swayman. Whipped across to the far point. Tage Thompson down to the corner. Sends it to the net. Swayman at the post. Lindholm. Run into by Thompson, who lost his stick on the play. Boston will flip it out. There's a little tip. And it's into the Buffalo zone. Samuelson neatly handles that. Ahead for Peyton Krebs. Gains the Boston line down the wing, but then it's turned away from him. Followed up by Thompson. Tried to walk inside. Good stick in front to Peyton Krebs. He assesses at the blue line. Peyton Krebs. Shot off a skate against Lindholm in the corner. Krebs is shoved to the ice. Sabres come up with it. Alex Tuck. He'll play it back to Rasmus Dahlin. His puck to the net. Rebound in front. Tuck with a chance. And Swayman the stop. Tuck behind the net. Stick was tied up, but he frees it. Back. Shot from Dahlin. Redirects wide. Thompson at the side of the goal. This is a tired group of Sabres. They're going to have to get to the bench here. Peyton Krebs. Buffalo gained the line that's turned over. Look out, a pass ahead. Pasternak with a chance, scores! David Pasternak in overtime. And the Boston Bruins stay alive and send the series back to the Garden. The one man who hadn't done a whole lot to beat them in the series sneaks his way up ice, and he scores the game winner.
Yeah, the coaches and I are staying on the bench here. I'm wondering if they're questioning whether this was outside or not. Here's the opportunity. The Sabres in front, gets blocked. Swayman makes the save.
Swayman stays with them.
And just
left pad save.
Watch this here as it's flipped up.
Goes the other way, and Pasternak.
That's a tough call. Was Pasternak in or not? Coaches are making their way off the bench here. And they've decided it's not, but hey, nevertheless, you knew they were going to come in here tonight. You knew they were going to come hard and give them the best they got. So it's a matter of going back on the road, and you prove you can win at the Garden.
Right there in David Pasternak. And it sends this crowd home disappointed, but they've got 2 games left to win the series. And it's back to Boston, as Rob said, to see if they can't take care of business at the Garden. And, of course, for the Buffalo Sabres, that game will happen Friday.
Pasternak getting a goal, and the Bruins keeping themselves alive in this series as they win it today in overtime by a score of 2-1. All right, when we come back, we'll get the post-game show going. Owen Parker from our flagship WGR going to join me here. Also, we'll have live reaction from the podium. We'll hear from Lindy Ruff. We'll hear from Marco Sturm. We'll hear from the players of the game. Locker room sound, calls, tweets, all coming up. Final score in overtime. Bruins 2, Sabres 1. The post-game is next. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Western New York golfers, listen up.